Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, y'all. What y'all doing? How y'all feeling? I'm gonna slide through and get y'all on out the way. Um, baby, I read everything y'all put on my wall. I ain't taking no ibuprofen. I ain't taking. What else should I put up there? Ibuprofen and something else. Like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I just need to hold out until I go to the doctor. I go to what's it like? I go to the doctor tomorrow, so I ain't got that much longer. Who, baby? My back was hurting. My thighs was hurting. My sides was hurting. Everything was hurting. And normally when you take a bath and you just soak and light some candles and stuff, that hot water relax you, and then you get out the hot water and you just lay on a heating pad. And it don't even work. But baby, I still feel pain. And somebody said emotionally or physically, physical. It was physically. My body is sore from these workouts. And that's why I say I ain't going. Hey, Jackson Street. Um, you said, hey, room. Hey, Jackson, boo. So, yeah, my body is very tense and sore from the workouts. And yeah, I think it's more the weights that did it. I think it's more the weights. I ain't gonna lie. Cause he had me lift. You know when I showed y'all that lady that was lifting that weight, he had me lift that weight, and he wanted 10 of them. Then we played with the weight ball, slamming it and picking it up, 10 of them and stuff like that. And then the little weights doing lifts and downs with the dumbbells or whatever y'all call them. But when the one that go on that bar, and he had me pick that. That hit different. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That hit a whole lot different. I ain't ready for none of that. I am not gonna lie. I am not ready for none of that. I told him I'm not. I always said I'm not finna be a bodybuilder. I don't want to play with the weights. I carry the little dumbbells in the hands and stuff when you walking and stuff, and do the little lifting and that to build the muscle and stuff. But all that other shit, I prefer for y'all to keep that on the man's side of the board. Like, yeah, that's what they go play with, not me. So I don't know, cause baby, I've been taking good, nice, long, hot baths. I put some Epsom salt in there. I put some honey bubble bath in there and stuff. And then I lit the candles up. And I don't care how I relaxed when I got out. I got on top of a heating pad. Because, it normally help. But shh, baby, I still feel pain. And I said, you know something? I see what my doctor was saying when he said, you know something, watching them videos. He said, no. He said, you going to hurt yourself. I really believe him, so I ain't going to lie. I want to go see him. I go see him tomorrow, and I'm going to tell him, I'd rather just I'd rather do physical therapy, because at least after physical therapy, I be sweating, but I don't be in pain. I don't be in pain. So I think I want to stick. I just rather pay physical therapy to pay for some classes. Like, yeah, nah, I ain't ready for them type of classes. I don't want to be a bodybuilder. I don't want to play with weights and stuff like that. I don't no, 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 no. Cause I promise now, I was just playing about the ass reduction. I was just playing about sometimes I do have like pains in the lower back. Like, I ain't gonna lie. But it don't be bad, and I don't think it be for my ass. It be for me lifting and moving and touching stuff that I ain't supposed to be touching. Cause I don't know, you'll lift up a refrigerator like it's easy work, and just move it to wherever you want to move it when you cleaning it and stuff. And then deep freezes, and then you're holding the couch up while you clean and mop up under it, or you standing up on your side, on the sides and stuff like that when you cleaning. So yeah, lifting stuff like that, yeah, you do like. Yeah, you do that if any man in the house, you do it. So that's understandable, but lifting weights, like, yeah, no. That stuff got weight to it. And I ain't never had a problem doing it in the cleaning process or moving or anything like that in that nature. But all this other mess, like, yeah, no. I don't want to be a bodybuilder. I don't want to lift stuff. I lift weights. Like, yeah, I don't mind the dumbbells, the little ones that you put in your hands. But that shit on the bar, yeah, y'all keep that for the men. Now I do like the machine where you get in there and they put you adjust the weights to the numbers you want, and you work out your legs, and they got the little thing that holds the something that go across the stomach, and you sit up in there, and it's basically like you doing your crunches and stuff and building your legs at the same time. I'm okay with that. I'm even okay with the little ski machine for the ones that got to see the video. I forgot what it's called, so don't ask me. I'm okay with that. But the weights I am not okay with. Yeah, because I ain't never ached like this. I ain't never. And it hit the other day after class. I was sore, but I was like, okay. So I took a bath, did everything I was supposed to do. Then I was like, okay. I felt a little relaxed because I did take me a swig of Hennessy. So I went to sleep. And then next thing you know, I woke up. And I was cool, but as soon as I start moving, oh wow. Like you feel the soreness and the tenderness of it all. So I'm like, wait a minute. And then yesterday when I was sitting there talking about these, it hit even harder. And I'm like, oh no. I like, I'm in pain. I got a high tolerance for pain. So I was like, wait a minute. Then I'm like, nah, hell no, what's good for pain? And I still got my butt up to come to work, and I'm still in pain. And I'm like, oh, hell no. But then I was looking at the day, like, you go to the doctor tomorrow, just hold out till you get to the doctor tomorrow, hold out till you get to the doctor tomorrow. So, y'all, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to hold it off. And when I go to my doctor tomorrow, I hope I don't be in tears, pissed off, cussing. Like, you was right. I should have listened. You said that I have no business playing with no type of weights like that. Just do the normal. But no, he pushing me to my limits, and I want him to do that. But I'm in pain. Like, yeah, no. So yeah, no, physical therapy me, please. My physical therapist said I was ready for that because my strength level is amazing. But yeah, I know my strength level is amazing. But that shit right there, yeah, no. No, no, like, yeah, I feel it all in my back, my thighs, my arms, everything just hurt. Like, it feels tender, it feels sore, it feels like, bitch, sit still and lay down if you can. And I'm like, I'm not gonna never be able to be confined to a bed. It's too much that I gotta do. So I'm like, yeah, this ain't working for me. So I'm just trying to hold off respectfully, honestly. Am I a quitter? No. Can I handle it? Yes. This remind you of back in the days, if you was athletic in school and you was part of dance teams and stuff in school, they worked you out. But see, I think we should keep that history going because see, they used to make us run laps around the track field. They used to make us run around the gym when it was too cold for us to be outside. They used to make us pull ups. Y'all remember the little rope standing in the middle of the floor that you had to go up and hit the top and come back down and shit like they did. They used to make us pull up on them bars, and then we used to have to do them sit-ups and stuff, put your feet up under the bars that go down, and you got to sit there and do your little sit-ups and your crunches and stuff like that. But they prepped us for it. That was like the warm-up before we got active in gym. If we was going to play volleyball, dodgeball, or anything of that nature, he made sure that he worked us out. Now, once you get out of them type of grades, you ain't got to worry about all that because it's up to if you want to stay on that narrow. But if somebody telling you to sit down and you don't have to sit there and exert all them muscles, like, you don't use that shit. So, yeah. I'm just going to say, hey, K-Fit, good morning. That's a good thing. Pain is good, Room Shaker. You going too hard. So, okay, but you sound worse than my doctor. Because my doctor keeps telling me he want me to do K-Fit, no offense, baby. Don't take no offense. My doctor told me he want me to do yoga in Pilates or whatever the hell it's called, and I told him no. To me, that's the white people field. I don't do that. Like, yeah, no, I ain't never been like. I always ran with the men, so we worked out at that full capacity softball and all that good stuff. I ain't never sat there and did no yoga or no damn Pilates. Like, what? So when he said that he want me to try, I said, no, I will not be paying for no class like that. I can honestly tell you. I'm not gonna pay for that class. Like, yeah, no. There's no way you could psych my mind and tell me that I deserve to be in yoga or Pilates. Like, yeah, I ain't never did that shit when I was coming up. Why would I do it now? Like, yeah, no, I think that's for the girly girls. I think that's for the sensitive people and the people that's into stuff like that. No jazz, but I just don't see me being the tomboy in me says no. Less pain. Well, yeah, no. I don't see, have you done seen commercials go across the screen of people doing Pilates and yoga and yeah, no. The tomboy in me said, I think that class is not right for you. And I'm not gonna give up on the workout class. I'm still going, and we're going today. Like, I'm funny. You say I'm funny, you funny. Hey, Liz. Yeah, so we still going now. We still going, but I'm not doing no Pilates or no yoga, but I think I might have to try. I don't want to do it. I feel like that's a waste of money. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't playing for no Pilates or no yoga. I don't care what it here for. Because if I really wanted to do it, I'd do it. But my mind is telling me no. Stay used to what you used to. Because then people be telling me they be sore and stuff. Because it was one class up here. And after they got through doing Pilates and yoga, and they said, some people said it was tense, they got in that ice thing. It was like a jacuzzi and a tub. And then they had all type of stuff that they pulled some ice in. And then they filled it up with water. And they say you submerge yourself in there, not your head and all, but the whole, all the way up to your neck. And you sit in there for as long as you can. Girl, I be free. I probably get sick from some shit like that. I be cold as hell. I start shivering and my teeth, you know how they be doing that little jitter. And yeah, you want me to freeze myself? Like, what is the purpose of that? Because you a nurse, you a nurse, you a nurse. What is that for? Jackson Street, why do they make people submerge? Do I gotta put down the Streamyard link? Do I need to come back up on Streamyard? Why do they make people sit in that cold shit? Like, what does it do? And then I see some athletes do it, and some athletes said they also, instead of sitting in the ice stuff, they rather sit in some warm stuff. Cause I was like, normally when people had aches and pains, you do go get in some nice hot water. You add a little Epsom salt and stuff to bring down swelling if you need it and to relax the muscles and stuff. And you just sit there and you relax. If you get high enough or you make you a little drink, you probably want to doze off. Just don't drown yourself. But other than that, it normally relaxes the body. And then if that didn't work, for a real woman, we just go get the heating pad after we get out that water and our body is at a warm temperature. We go ahead and turn on the heating pad. We lay on top of the heat pad and then we just put the blanket over us to trap the heat in there and let the heat try to work through our body. And we normally be good, but ain't none of that shit working right now. So could you help me? Could all the nurses on the board and the doctors or whoever else please stand up and tell me what I need? You say ice, yes, they do. But what does it do for the body? Like, cause people's like, maybe when you get out of somebody gonna tell me, and I said, who you talking to? They said when you get out of class, go find somewhere that actually, like they see it, call it while I go to the spa and stuff at the sauna and ask them, do they have the ice package? And then they said, go sit in that. And then I say, so you want me to work out? And then you want me to go to the sauna or to the spa and go get in some ice water? I say, you stupid. I'm already anemic. You trying to freeze me and make me sick at the same time, because that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm not going to get in. I used to eat ice. If y'all notice, I don't eat ice no more. I do have to have ice in my water. I can't drink room temperature water. Now people's telling me room temperature water is the best water. Baby, you ain't going to get me to drink no warm or no room temperature water. That water, for me, is going to have to be I say it's gonna have to be cold. It's gonna have to be good. I'm not drinking it. You could put it in the freezer or the refrigerator and let it get a little chill too, and that's good enough for me. But me drinking some room temperature water or some hot water, you lying to me? Ain't gonna happen. So now, what is the purpose of them taking these ice baths and getting in this ice? Because I see nothing but cold. I see brrr. Like I feel a chill coming on. Like, why are y'all putting people on ice? Like, it is cold in Chicago. We supposed to get up to 70 Monday. So I might have tried Monday if they have it outside. But if it ain't outside, I want to know the purpose of you thinking I'm supposed to go sit in some ice. Could you riddle me this? Like, yeah, no. That's just like I see you say hot tub, okay. Ice, yes, they do. But what do the ice do? You said hot tub. Um, you say look it up. Hold on, let me look it up then. Since you said look it up, let me look it up. I'm gonna look it up too while you playing. Hold on. Cause I don't know what's the purpose of me sitting there getting cold. What? It said cryotherapy is a therapeutic technique uses stream cold liquid nitrogen or it say to freeze and destroy abdominal tissue. Hell no, such as warts, cancer cells. I ain't got no goddamn cancers. I ain't got no warts either. I ain't got no lesions or full body muscle recovery. Oh, so you want me to go for the muscles recovery? Because I was just about to say, wait a minute, everything that they got on here, I don't have none of that. So yeah, but okay, so the muscle recovery. Okay, but what I need to recover, the tension, the soreness, it's amazing. I'm anemic. I take iron pills, boo. And you telling me to go do what? Like, yeah. Heat me up. I don't like to be too hot. I don't like to be too cold. If I get too hot, my nose gonna start bleeding. Okay, benefits include reduced inflammation, pain and management. Oh, okay, pain management. So, okay, and a boost of energy. I might do that. I might do that then. I might do that. I might do that for the pain management and boost energy. So how do you freezing your body or boost your energy? You say, hey, room, have a good night. I'm at work. I was just looking in. Okay, boo. Okay. Oh, wow. The side effects include skin redness, blistering, and rare risk of nerve damage or infections. Wait a minute. Okay, wait, we got something up here. So they said, okay. They say you only got to be in there 3 minutes. Okay. So we got one in the West Loop. Okay, we got one in the West Loop. We got one in the Lincoln Park. And then they got another one in the West Loop. Okay, so let me see. Okay, this place opened up at 11 a.m. Okay. Oh, we got one in the medical spa too. Ooh, Thank you. I'm gonna talk to my doctor about this, Liz. Thank you. Yep. I'm talking to my doctor about this. Ooh, wait, wait. I go to the doctor tomorrow. I can't wait, good. I can't wait. Yes, you just helped me out real. For real, for real. Where was you at yesterday, good? Cause that's something I could have spent my Friday doing when I got through over there with my niece and them. I could have got and jumped on that, good. But I appreciate you for telling me, but I'm gonna tell my doctor about it. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell my doctor about it. I appreciate that. Cause I promise I'm sore. Talk to your doctor. I am. Good for you. Good luck. Absolutely. I sure am. I sure am, girl. The pain I was going through, I sure did. I hurried up and made me a doctor appointment. Sure did. Cause I was like, okay, let's see how long this gonna last. But then I had to realize that it can't last too long because you gotta go back to, I go back today at 6. So I'm going today to the exercise class. I'm going today to the exercise class. I'm sorry, y'all, that machine was going off. Y'all know I'm at work. Uh um yeah, I'm going back to the exercise class at 6. So I don't know, like should I go with the pain already still flowing through me, or should I go? Because people say that just let you know it's working. Um, I was complaining to my male friends that I normally work out with, and they was like, they like when you stop doing something, and I was like, my doctor told me that. And I say that's why he told me to do the physical therapy part of it, because he was like the physical therapy part get my body back used to working areas and muscles and stuff that I ain't been doing. So that's why I was going to physical therapy. And then once I got through, he was like, "You ready?" Because he checks me out on a lot of stuff, and he was like, Your tests is coming through good. You ready?" And he was like, "Go ahead." And then but he told me because well, for the ones that's been around, y'all know he said I don't give a damn when he starts seeing the videos of the workouts that I be doing. He told me, "No, you gonna hurt yourself." And he's like, "If you work up to it, I think you'll do good." And then he's like, "Well, if you gonna do it, if you ain't gonna listen, keep doing the physical therapy." So then that's why I said when I go talk to him today, I'm going to sign tomorrow. I'm going to sign up for physical therapy as well, and run them together. That way I can keep access and they can document and report back to him. Um, the balance of it all, because I was complaining. He's like, I could put you on there tomorrow. I was like, tomorrow, and I'm like, well, he said Saturday. He said, I'll put you on there for the 7th. I'll see you on the 7th. And then I said, I want to see you sooner than that. He said, sit down to the 7th. And I said, no, I got a class. And he's like, are you going to the class? I said, yeah. Then he said, well, what you complaining for? I said, I don't know, because I want all the soreness so when I come in there, you can see what I'm going through. I want you to feel my tension and my pain. And he said, sit down, Miss D. And I wasn't trying to hear nothing he was trying to say after that, because when he say that, that be like, girl, he over it. You like just come see him and he can see what he do. But if you ain't gonna take his advice, why get on his nerves? And I say, cause I'm in pain, so I'm gonna get on his nerves. You said ibuprofen and stuff like that. Like, yeah, no, I don't know. My doctors ain't never gave me ibuprofens. They normally give me the good shit to where, yeah. I'm trying to think of the name of it. But I don't even need nothing for that either. I'm gonna tell him what he is gonna do is cause me putting them shoes on, my feet be spazzing. See, in physical therapy, they be giving me my way everywhere. My doctor and my physical therapist give me my way. I be in my high shoes. I got some little high shoes made like some fluffed up gym shoes. I think I showed y'all them before. And then I put on my socks and they let me work out in them and I be good. But you make me put on some regular gym shoes to do that now. I'm like, my feet wide and they gotta be comfortable and they gotta have the phone and they gotta have everything I need that ain't gonna bother me. So it hit different for real, for real. So, but after doing that, cause like we only supposed to do an hour worth of regular workout. And then that's the personal training. Because I signed up for personal training. And then after the personal training, then we go into the class workout, the group workout. And then after that, the spin class kick in. But I don't do the spin class. I be like, I don't put too much on my lift. And now that he done say here and put the weights in there. I'm like, hell no. Like he said, I want you to do 10 of these. And I said, 10 of what? And he was like, I want you to lift them weights. And then I was like, lift the weights? Because I was showing y'all on the video that other people was lifting the weight. And I was like, he working them out. But see, I don't lift the weights. And I was like, I lift the dumbbells, but I don't lift that other weight. I was like, then he said, do that. And I started doing it. It was easy for me to lift it. But then I was like, hell no, this ain't for me. Like I'm too girly for that. Now I still got the tomboy side, but I'm too girly for that. Like, yeah, no. Like that ain't my intentions now. If we was rearranging the house or we was loaning or moving a refrigerator or a freezer, like yeah, I'm down for that. Or a couch or something. Or even some TVs and some tables, but some damn weights, like hell no. Like, no, absolutely not. So yeah, it is. I was like, something. I was like, doing that because I said, covered it. I ain't going to be closed-minded. But when I see him today, I'm complaining to him too. Like, them weights still got my back in pain. I feel like it was not my place to lift them goddamn weights. Like, yeah, no, I'm not lifting no goddamn weights. Like, yeah, no, I'd rather stick with the dumbbells. Dumbbell me, please. Yeah, no, because I'm not lifting the weights. That ain't for me. We're going to leave that for the men. That's the men territory. And you are a man. And I understand you know what you're doing. But that right there got me in pain. I will not be doing that. Like, yeah, no. Like, that's unnecessary pain. Got me lifting weights like I'm a goddamn man or I want to be a bodybuilder. And then he said, you going to be pushing cars and stuff. I said, I done pushed cars before. But I'm like, that's still easy because now you tell me to push your car, tow truck. Like, yeah, I'd rather go buy a gas can and call AA, AAA. Like, yeah, I would never be a dancer in the stress where I would have to push no car. Like, yeah, no, people be like, I ran out of gas and try to do that. Man, but then you ain't supposed to push nobody with your vehicle because it depends on which vehicle it is. If you don't give a damn push it, but then no, now you got to sit here and call the tow truck. Like, yeah, why y'all don't have AAA? Call somebody with a van or a pickup truck or something because you can mess up a car trans and motor trying to push a vehicle with it. So, yeah, I ain't doing none of that. And he got videos of he having people push cars. Like, yeah, that country, I done seen, they do stuff like that in the country. And then, them big tractor tires and stuff. Like, I done swung a couple of them around down there in Mississippi playing with them and shit. But, that's why I started playing horseshoes and stuff at when I was down there for the summers. But all that other stuff, yeah, it's a no for me. I ain't doing none of that. I ain't doing none of that. Push a car. Other way I'm gonna push a car is if you cut off in the middle of the road and you got kids or something in there and you in a dangerous position and you need to get out the way because traffic ain't going around you and ain't slowing down for you. Like then I feel like it's an emergency. So then I will push that car with you. But other than that, bitch, you better call AAA. Like, we got them yellow trucks. City. Hello, 311. Can we get one of your tow trucks on the scene? But our tow trucks, them yellow tow trucks, stay on the highways in Chicago. So they always gonna come through, and somebody else gonna call because they gonna feel like you disturbing traffic and obstructing traffic at the same time. So then we ain't gotta worry about stuff like that. So me pushing the car, I just don't see the purpose in it. Like, yeah, what? Now, I will change a tire if AAA gets it, because, by it being big and they be running amok up here, sometimes you call AAA, they'll be telling you got to wait an hour or something, or 2 hours or 3 hours, because it seems like everybody needs AAA at one goddamn time. And I'm like, for a minute, I said I could go work for their ass. Like, for real, for real. But then, yeah, if I work for AAA, the only thing I'm doing is jumping people cars off. I'm going to use the jump box here. If you get your keys locked in there, I know how to use that stuff because I used to work for Odessa too, the car auction place. I know how to put that little thing. It's like a pressure cup. You put it down in the door and you pump it up, and it'll open it up to space for it, and it'll hold it so you'll be able to unlock the doors or do whatever you got to do and get the keys. I know how to do stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not changing your tire, girl. I ain't even changing my tire. What the hell? Like, so yeah, I don't think AAA are handling me good. They get to telling me my job description. I'm gonna say, yeah, that's something I'm not gonna do. Like, I'm a woman. Send me to the jobs that need me to sit here and unlock their door. I can do that. Send me to the jobs that need a jump. Send me to the jobs that need to be told or something. Don't send me to no place where you telling me I gotta get out and change that goddamn tire, because I ain't getting out changing my own tire unless it's an emergency. Like, yeah, no. So they go like, bitch, we can't hire you. They gonna say, yeah, we can't handle you. We can't hire you because did you know what this job consists of before you walked in here and you filled out our application? I don't think I did. I don't think I looked over. I just know when I call AAA, they come. Like, yeah, like I'm a play it off. They might say, you know something, you funny, you can work for. Well, on the other hand, if I was a hiring person, I'd be like, I see you as being a problem. So would you like to do dispatch or something? Would you like to disperse the cars or sit here and take our orders in or where we need to send people to or something in that nature? We can find something to use you for, but we don't want you in none of our trucks because we don't want to have to send somebody out there to do what you refuse to do. Like, for real, I just keep it so polite and professional. Like, yeah, no, ma'am. I appreciate you for taking the time and considering us to get hired, but yeah, you're not what we're looking for right now. But we can find, if you really want to work with us, if you don't mind, how good are you at answering the phone? Can you take good details? Like, yeah, are you easily frustrated? Like, stuff like that. If somebody, oh, yeah, I was watching something and it was a 911 dispatcher, baby. And they charging her. Somebody called in to 911 dispatcher. That's going to be some content. So let me go ahead and pull it up so y'all can listen to this. I'm like, the hell? Girl, you know how that girl with, what was that, what love got to do with it with Tina, when she went in there and got that perm, and that girl didn't know what she was doing, and Tina turned her hair started falling out, and they said, girl, you need your ass whooped. Cause girl, I'm finna play it for y'all. Hold on, I'm going to it now. Give me a second to pull it up for y'all. I'm like, what type of stuff is this? Girl, and she ended up costing the child her life, his life. So I'm finna show y'all, because I'm like, this is just sick. And that's why I say, I used to tell people, if the job ain't for you, don't go do it, because you see the job details and description and they expect you to be able to do it. So why would you sit here and refuse to do your job? And the little smart, here we go, the little smart mouth, the girl gonna have the nerve to say, I didn't feel like working that day. Then why the hell did you go in? Why did you not call off? Hey, Jay Parrish. Hold on, here we go, y'all. I'm finna do it. Oh, hold on. Because I'm like, this is crazy work right here. One
said so. By middle school, she'd learned that being pretty opened doors. Teachers were kinder. Boys paid attention. Girls wanted to be close to her. She never had to try hard at anything. Things just worked out. At Jack Yates High School, she floated through the social hierarchy without effort.
Because she was pretty.
Homecoming court junior year.
She was a really
prom court senior
she
year.
was a really
an Instagram
really shallow
following
girl.
of 2,000
for
before
real,
graduation.
For real.
Impressive for 2017. She posted selfies, got likes, got comments, got the
She trusted us. She said, "I put my faith in you guys." And anytime
Can y'all hear it? Hold on.
anxiety,
attention she craved. Her teachers were less impressed. She was bright, but easily distracted.
See?
Wrote.
Shot him.
Another noted strong verbal skills, but inconsistent effort. A third observed she was more interested in social life than academics, and frequently on her phone during class. She graduated in 2017 with a 2.4 GPA and no particular plan for what came next. College lasted 1 semester. Houston Community College, fall of 2017. She enrolled in general studies, thinking vaguely about business or communications. She stopped showing up by October, stopped responding to emails from her advisor by November. It wasn't for me, she told her mother. What followed was a string of retail jobs that never stuck. Forever 21 at the Galleria, 3 months. She quit because the manager had an attitude. Ulta Beauty in Memorial City, 4 months. She quit because she was tired of standing all day. A brief stint at a call center in Greenway Plaza, 6 weeks. She walked out mid-shift because a customer raised his voice. She was 20 years old, living at home, making $9 an hour when she bothered to work at all. Her mother was running out of patience. You need a real job, Patricia told her. Benefits, stability, something you can build a life on. In early 2022, Crenshonda saw a posting for the Harris County Emergency Services District. 911 dispatcher. Starting pay, $17.25 an hour.
She was running them up.
benefits.
She was
Pension
lazy.
eligibility
She should have
after
never
5
did
years.
that.
She applied online, mostly to get her mother off her back. 112 people applied for 8 positions. She passed the written exam, passed the background check, passed the drug screening, passed the psychological evaluation. The evaluators noted she was poised under simulated pressure with strong communication skills and a professional demeanor. One wrote she demonstrated appropriate empathy during role-play scenarios. Another observed she appeared motivated and engaged throughout the assessment process.
She
They
fooled
offered
them.
her the job in February 2022. She started in March. 6 weeks of training at the Harris County Emergency Communications Center on Travis Street in downtown Houston. She learned call protocols, CAD systems, multi-line management, radio codes, crisis de-escalation techniques. She learned how to keep a caller calm while dispatching an ambulance, how to guide a panicked parent through emergency procedures over the phone, how to talk someone through a medical crisis, how to stay on the line with someone in distress until officers arrived, how to be the voice between chaos and rescue. She learned that when someone dials 911, they are almost always experiencing the worst moment of their life, and she would be the first person they reached. On April 15th, 2022, she was assigned to the 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. shift. Station 7, console facing the east wall, headset, dual monitors, a laminated quick reference card, a direct line to every ambulance, fire truck, and patrol car in Harris County. She was 22 years old. She was responsible for lives. For the first few months, she did her job. The Harris County Emergency Communications Center serves 4.7 million residents, the largest county in Texas and the third largest in the United States. On any given shift, 187 dispatchers work rotating schedules across 48 consoles in a facility the size of a football field. They handle an average of 8,200 calls per day. Medical emergencies, domestic disputes, house fires, cardiac events, car accidents on I-10 and the 610 loop and the Katy Freeway and Highway 290. Missing children, suspicious persons, welfare checks on elderly relatives who haven't answered the phone in days. When someone in Houston dials 911, they reach this room. The people who work here are not paramedics. They are not police officers. They carry no badge, no gun, no medical kit. They sit at a desk with a headset and a screen. And yet, they are the first point of contact between a citizen in crisis and the help that might save their life. They guide panicked parents through emergency procedures. They keep distressed callers talking until officers arrive. They dispatch ambulances to medical calls and pray they get there in time. It is a job that requires focus, empathy, and calm under pressure. The system was built on one foundational
Hold on, y'all.
assumption,
I'm finna speed
that the
this up.
person answering the call would actually listen, that they would stay on the line, that they would do their job. The system did not account for apathy. The first documented hang-up came on October 14th, 2022, 6 months into her employment. 7:47 p.m., Crenshonda Williams at Station 7. A man calling to report a fender bender on West Park Drive. 2 cars, no injuries. He just needed to file a report. I need to report an AC, click, call duration, 4 seconds. No
She
callback,
hung up on
no
him.
documentation, no dispatch. The caller eventually drove to a police substation to file the report himself. Crenshonda Williams went back to scrolling Instagram, her phone propped against the monitor. It was such a small thing. A fender bender. No one was hurt. No one would ever know. Within weeks, the hang-ups became a pattern, a system. Calls she deemed not worth her time. Fender benders, those were easy to dismiss. Noise complaints, not real emergencies. Callers who sounded intoxicated. They'd call back when they sobered up. Women who sounded hysterical. Someone else could deal with them. She developed a method. Answer the call. Listen for 2 seconds, maybe 3. Decide. Hang up. If the caller dialed again, someone else would pick up. Not her problem. Her colleagues noticed she had the shortest average call times on the floor. Station 7 was clearing calls faster than anyone. No one questioned.
Raised by a single mom on public assistance, Melissa Conyers Irvin has
Don't nobody
caused to
care about
provide affordable
Melissa
childcare
Conyers.
and increase funding for public schools. Now she's running to stop Donald Trump. Melissa
Oh,
Conyers Irvin,
I'm sick of hearing
ready
about
to
Donald
fight.
Trump, baby.
This cleaner is
It
insane.
seems like every
It
time you
removes
turn
baked-on
around, they
oven
saying
grease,
something about
black
some
mold,
goddamn
and
Donald
years
Trump.
of soap scum.
Why this man
Short calls
can't go
meant efficiency.
away?
Efficiency was good for the metrics. Her supervisors noted in quarterly reviews that she met minimum call quotas, but was not particularly engaged. One wrote that she seems distracted at times, but maintains acceptable performance metrics. Another observed she could benefit from additional mentorship on caller empathy. No formal complaints were filed. No disciplinary action taken. The red flags were there. Nobody looked. Between October 2022 and August 2023, 10 months, Crenshonda Williams hung up on 47 emergency calls. 12 were classified as medical emergencies, cardiac events, diabetic episodes, a woman experiencing a medical crisis in a grocery store parking lot. 8 were domestic violence calls, women calling to report that they were in danger. 1 was hiding in a bathroom closet, whispering into her phone. 14 were traffic accidents. Cars flipped on the highway. Pedestrians struck in crosswalks. At least 2 involved serious injuries. 7 were wellness checks. Family members worried about elderly relatives. Neighbors who hadn't seen the woman next door in days. 6 were classified as other. A gas leak. A suspicious person outside a daycare. A child who had wandered away from home. Each one a person in crisis. Each one trusting that when they called for help, someone would answer. Someone would listen. Someone would send help. Each one heard a click. Then silence. August 12th,
She's just hanging up.
A Sunday. Houston summer. 94 degrees and humid. Denise Williams was 28 years old. She lived alone with her 4-month-old son, Jalen, in a 1-bedroom apartment on Westheimer Road near Montrose. She worked as a pharmacy technician at a CVS on Kirby Drive, $16.50 an hour, just enough to cover rent and everything a new baby needs. Jalen's father was not in the picture, had never been in the picture. It was just the 2 of them. That evening, around 6 o'clock, she put Jalen down for a nap in his crib. He'd been fussy all day, not eating well, a little warm to the touch. She thought he was finally settling. She went to the kitchen to heat up some leftovers. At 6:14 p.m., she checked on him. Something was wrong. He wasn't responding. He needed help immediately. She grabbed her phone, hands shaking, dialed 911. 911, what's your emergency? My baby, he's not okay. Please, click. Call duration, 3 seconds. Crenshonda Williams at Station 7. Logged in the system as accidental disconnect. Denise stared at her phone, tried to process what had just happened. She dialed again, 14 seconds later. Ma'am, 911, please, my son, he's 4 months old. Something's wrong. I need an ambulance. Please. Click. 5 seconds. Same station. Same dispatcher. Logged as caller disconnected. She dialed a 3rd time, screaming now. One hand on Jalen's tiny chest, trying to remember what to do from a video she'd seen once. She didn't know if she was doing it right. She didn't know if it mattered. Please, someone help me. Click. 2 seconds. Crenshonda Williams had hung up on a mother, desperately trying to save her baby. 3 times in 75 seconds. Then she went back to her phone. Denise's neighbor, Marcus Holloway, heard screaming through the thin apartment walls. He pounded on her door, found her holding J.L.I.N, sobbing so hard she couldn't speak. He didn't ask questions. He grabbed his keys. They drove to Memorial Hermann Medical Center, the Texas Medical Center campus, 8 minutes away in Sunday evening traffic. Marcus ran red lights. Denise held J.L.I.N in the back seat, pleading with him to hold on. But too much time had passed. Over 20 minutes without proper emergency response. At 6:58 p.m., the doctors delivered the news no parent should ever have to hear. J.L.I.N Marcus Williams was gone, 4 months old. The medical examiner's report noted that outcome may have differed with immediate emergency intervention. If an ambulance had been dispatched on that first call, the one Crenshonda Williams ended after 3 seconds. Paramedics could have been on scene in 4 to 6 minutes. Proper medical care could have been administered. The outcome might have been different. Instead, Denise Williams rode to the hospital in the backseat of a stranger's car, praying for a miracle that never came. She would later testify that she kept hoping J.L.I.N would be okay, that she couldn't accept what had happened, that she held him for 2 hours in the emergency room before finally letting go. September 2023, a routine quarterly audit. Quality assurance supervisor Terrence Mobley was reviewing call metrics when he noticed an anomaly. Station 7, an unusual concentration of calls lasting under 5 seconds, far more than any other station. He drilled down. One dispatcher accounted for 71% of all sub-5 second calls over the previous 12 months. Crenshonda Williams, 47 calls. Average duration, 3.2 seconds. That wasn't efficiency. That was impossible. You couldn't verify a caller's location in 3.2 seconds. You couldn't assess an emergency. You couldn't do anything. Mobley pulled the audio files. Every 911 call in Harris County is recorded. Every single one. What he heard made him physically ill. Caller after caller. Mid-sentence. Mid-scream. Mid-plea. Then silence. My husband is hurting me. Please send someone to... Click. There's been an accident on the freeway. I think someone's injured. Click. I can't feel my left arm. I think I'm having a... Click. And then the Williams calls. A mother's voice, rising from confusion to panic to desperate screaming. 3 calls. 3 clicks. A family's nightmare on the other end of the line. Mobley forwarded the files to his supervisor that afternoon. Internal Affairs was notified within the hour. The Texas Rangers were brought in the following day. Crenshonda Williams was placed on administrative leave on September 19th, 2023. 2 days later, she was brought to the Internal Affairs Office for questioning. Investigator Raymond Gaines and Texas Ranger Pauline Vickers were waiting. They played her the audio, the Williams calls, a mother begging for help. Her own voice, bored and flat, before each disconnect. The system glitches all the time, she said. Calls drop. It's not my fault. They played it again. Her voice. 911, what's your emergency? Then the click. Long pause. I didn't feel like working that day. They asked about the other 46 calls. She shrugged. Sometimes I just didn't feel like...
Feel is information.
So you were sitting here doing what you was doing to these people because you didn't feel like working and you didn't see no issues with what you was doing.
2023, 2:22 p.m. The day before the formal interview. Crenshonda Williams at Station 7. First hour of her shift. Iced Starbucks on the desk. Phone face down beside the keyboard. Headset draped around her neck, not on her ears. Internal Affairs investigator Raymond Gaines walked across the floor toward her station. Texas Ranger Pauline Vickers beside him. Both in plain clothes, both with badges visible. Every dispatcher on the floor watched. Crenshonda Williams, Gaines's voice was flat. Step away from the console. She looked up, rolled her eyes. Excuse me, I'm working. 47 hang-ups, your login, your headset, your voice on every recording. Arms crossed, neck rolled. And the system glitches. Calls drop all the time. Vickers stepped forward. A family lost their baby. Mother called 3 times. You hung up 3 times. Crenshonda's jaw tightened. She looked away. I didn't feel like working that day. Stand up, now. She was escorted from the communications center in handcuffs. 31 colleagues watched in silence. Badge confiscated. Access card deactivated. Console locked. At 4:47 p.m., she was booked at Harris County Jail on Baker Street. Charges. 2 counts of interference with emergency telephone calls. Normally a misdemeanor. Elevated to a state jail felony due to the resulting tragedy. 1 count reckless conduct. 1 count dereliction of duty. Bond was set at $100,000. Her mother posted 10% through a bondsman the next morning. The state of Texas formally indicted Crenshonda Latrice Williams in October 2023. The trial began February 12, 2024, at the Harris County Criminal Courthouse on Franklin Street. Judge Catherine Okonkwo presiding. 23 years on the bench, known for being fair but unsparing. Assistant District Attorney Michael Treadwell for the prosecution. 15-year veteran of the office. He had a 4-year-old daughter at home. Public Defender Simone Ashford for the defense. She argued systemic failures, inadequate training, a broken system that allowed one dispatcher to hang up 47 times without triggering a single flag. The prosecution did not need arguments. They played the audio. The jury heard the Williams calls on the first day of testimony. Courtroom silent. 12 jurors in the box. Denise Williams in the gallery, clutching a photograph of Jalen. 911, what's your emergency? My baby, he's not okay. Please. Click. Several jurors closed their eyes. One wiped her face. They heard the second call. The third. A mother screaming into a void. One juror requested a recess. The judge granted it. Denise Williams took the stand on February 14th, Valentine's Day. She held a photograph of Jalen in her lap, the only photo she had of him smiling. I called 3 times, she said. 3 times, and she hung up while my baby needed help. Tears now. I did everything right. I called 911. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what they tell you. She paused. I will never know if he could have been saved. If I had just driven to the hospital myself from the start. I will never stop asking why. The defense had no cross-examination. There was nothing to ask. The jury deliberated for 47 minutes. 1 minute for each hang-up. Guilty on all counts. Sentencing was handed down on March 8th, 2024. Judge Catherine Okonkwo addressed the defendant directly. Ms. Williams, you were entrusted with the most sacred responsibility a civilian can hold in our society, to be the voice between crisis and rescue. When a citizen dials 911, they are placing their life in the hands of a stranger. They are trusting that someone will answer, that someone will listen, that someone will send help. She paused. You betrayed that trust 47 times. You treated that responsibility as an inconvenience. You treated human suffering as an interruption to your day. A 4-month-old baby is gone because you, in your own words, didn't feel like working. She looked at the defendant. The callousness of that statement will stay with this court forever. Sentence. 18 months in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, to be served at the Lane Murray Unit in Gatesville. 10 years supervised probation upon release. Lifetime ban from employment in emergency services anywhere in the United States. $52,000 restitution to the Williams family. Crenshonda Williams showed no visible reaction. She was handcuffed and led from the courtroom without looking back. She reported to Lane Murray Unit on March 22nd, 2024. Inmate number 02174893. A women's facility 180 miles northwest of Houston. Eligible for parole after 6 months. Expected release, September 2025. The Williams family filed a lawsuit against Harris County in November 2023. The county settled in April 2024 for $1.4 million. Taxpayer money, no admission of liability. As part of the settlement, Harris County agreed to implement new monitoring protocols. Supervisors now receive real-time alerts for any call disconnected under 10 seconds. Call duration patterns are reviewed weekly instead of quarterly. Dispatchers must document a reason for every disconnection. Denise Williams has not returned to work. She moved out of the apartment on Westheimer Road. She couldn't stay where everything happened. She attends counseling twice a week. She has declined all media interviews except one. She said only this. I did everything right. I called for help. I trusted the system. And my son is gone because someone didn't feel like doing her job. Crenshonda Williams will be released from prison before Jalen Williams would have celebrated his 2nd birthday. She will serve less than 2 years for what her actions cost a family. Stories like this don't get the attention they deserve.
Okay, y'all. So how y'all feel about that? I'm like, wow. They 1.4 million for that lady losing her son, I don't think was enough. And this is why I think they allow stuff like this to happen. And that's what I was telling y'all the other day. When people say that they suing these places and they suing the police and they suing all this other stuff, you suing taxpayers. Like, as bad as that sound, that's exactly who you suing. This is why they so negligent. And this is why they do what they do, because they're not being held accountable. And every damn that they gonna have to dish out or pay to the person that's suing them, it's coming from us. It's coming from the people that pay taxes and work jobs. And I think this is why so much errors and room for mistake is allowed, because it's not touching them. But then again, if you sue them, you probably wouldn't get none, because she barely wanted to keep a job. Her mama was trying to force her to keep a job and teach her responsibilities and teaching her stability and telling her to do something with herself and her life. And she had a nonchalant attitude. She felt like she was going to breeze through life because she was pretty. because that's the way it worked in high school. And with that shallow ass personality and attitude that she had, it caught up to her very soon. Why would you sign up for a job that you had no intentions on doing? You knew your job description. It could have been a whole lot worse, and it was still bad because a child lost his life, and your response is you didn't feel like working. Now, about her not having no criminal record and her not being ever getting in trouble and stuff like that, I'm glad the judge wasn't lenient and gave her something, but I don't think you gave her enough. Because after going behind them walls, she get out 6 months later and come back to the world. And have she changed? Have she learned? Has she been rehabilitated? Like, has her personality changed? Like, I'm just asking because all this could have been avoided. What's up, the 185? Good morning. You said happy birthday to Blended Healing. Blended Healing birthday was on the 4th, boo. Blended Healing birthday's the same day as my deceased brother. Her birthday and my sister that be always in my background. Her birthday is March the 4th, boo. So, yeah. You late, boo-boo. Her birthday is March the 4th. I made a whole post for her. You just not seeing that. 185. What are you doing? So, how y'all feel about that? I want to hear y'all weigh in and tell me in the chat, like, and that's why I say, I don't care what nobody say. A mama always knows their child. A mom knows what their child is capable of. A mom know if you sit here, and then some of y'all need to stop waiting till it's too late to try to get your child to do the right thing or do what they should want to do and want to survive. Like, I don't know, like you messed her up or you allowed her to mess herself up and get away with damn near any and everything. And that's why I say people should push their kids into the world. You know how the birds push their kids out the nest. I think that's what y'all need to start doing with y'all kids, because y'all are sitting here and probing these kids and making these kids that they gonna always have you to rely on. And then when they start getting on your nerve and you see that they getting worse, they getting better. They just out here running amok, ain't got nothing going on for themselves, don't want to do nothing, got a nonchalant attitude, want to keep their hair did and nails and all that other stuff. But when it comes down to actually doing labor, they just don't see themselves doing none of that. And it costs the child their life. And the mama telling her she got to do something. Baby, at this point, the mama should have probably gave her some wages and some other ulterior motives to do something better than that, or she should have had the company that she could have made her work in. Because, baby, you knew that girl personality wasn't going to hit. It was going to be a hit and miss. And that's where we at with it. So, I kind of feel bad that a child had to die behind it. But, I don't know. And that's why they do the psychic vows and stuff like that. But the fact that she was able to fool all them people to get the job in the first place, it's crazy. It's crazy as hell. Because she was able to have them hire her, put on a dispatch. Hey, Money, good morning. Now, see, I've been hearing a lot of people taking losses to watch they kids, they damn safe. What? A lot of people taking losses because the way the world's set up, you can't trust your kids with just anybody. I do believe that. I do believe that. You can't trust your kids. If you're gonna have to put your kids in daycare, let it be a family daycare that you could trust, like a great aunt or auntie. All these young kids and these new people, you don't want them watching your kids. And then teach your kids all their private, personal areas that ain't nobody supposed to touch or do nothing with. If you have no other choice, of doing that, because you got to be able to provide and stuff like that, I understand that it do become something hard for adults and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, y'all, it's getting weird out here. It's getting weird out here. At some point, I think people gonna get to the point where they ain't gonna have kids unless they know they got somebody to help them. What's up, Imani? You getting ready for work? Good morning. Good morning. I came down, shouts out to K Fit. I seen her share King Roman was live, so I let them get through with King Roman live before I decided to come live. Cause I'm just sitting here in pain, and on 185 I answered your question. Mentally, no, I'm not in no goddamn pain. Physically, yes. My thighs, my lower back, and my sides, and my arms, and everything is sore. I go to the doctor tomorrow, so I'ma tell my doctor, and I'ma show him them videos, and I'ma tell him I think he was right when he said I can do the dumbbells, but I have no business lifting the regular weights. I am a female. I am not a man. I have no business lifting them type of weights. So I'm just gonna discuss it with my good little old doctor, and I'm gonna actually tell him that he was right. And I'm like, cause that man had me lifting them weights, and now I feel like I'm in pain. And then I was like, but I do know when you go for a while without working out and you start working out, you're going to feel the pressure and stuff in your body to let you know that you actually reaching them muscles and stuff that you ain't been using. So I expect a little tension and a little pain here and there, but I didn't expect it to be this intense. So I will be going to the doctor to talk about it. Like I say, if I feel like something wrong, I have no problem with pulling up on my doctor and say, yeah, we got to do something about this. It ain't sitting well with me. I have a high tolerance of pain, so I have not took none. What I did is I pulled I pulled me a cup and a glass of Hennessy. I sat in the tub with some Epsom salt, and I thought it would relax me. And I put some bubble bath in the water and lit some aroma candles. And I sat there for a while smoking my little blunt. And then I got up and I got in the bed, and then I plugged up the heating pad, and I laid on that and put the cover on me to entrap the heat in. And baby, did none of that work. So I was like, oh no, we're gonna have to do something about this. So, and then we got class again tonight. Am I gonna give up? No. If I'm gonna sit here and let my doctor coerce me to doing Pilates or yoga, absolutely not. Like, no, I don't see myself doing it. But then somebody told me about the collapse therapy, so I might try that. But I'm anemic, so I don't know if I want to get in an ice tub or nothing like that, or a pool or nothing like that, because they said it's good for the muscles and the aches and the pain. So I'm gonna discuss that with my doctor and see how he feels about stuff like that, and see if that's an option to take. But then I say I'll be cold, and once I get cold, it'll be hard for me to get the cold up off me. So I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to see how that's gonna work out. Hey, Candy Cane. He be talking y'all to the limit. I heard that lady in the background. He do. Either you gonna do it or you gonna flop. So it is what it is. As I stated, we ain't gonna get discouraged. We ain't giving up. So all I can say is we gotta tough it out. Like, for real, for real. That's all I can say about a 185. So we gonna see what it do. Cause I ain't giving up. I ain't. Like if I talk, if you actually listen, a lot of the women be saying they in pain. But as you can see, they all still there. So I guess I ain't gonna say it's not durable. If it get worse after the workout today, then yeah, I'm sitting down. I go to the doctor tomorrow. I'm just gonna wait till my doctor visit and tell him what's going on. They do a drunk yoga, but you gotta do wine. I'm not doing no goddamn wine, and I'm not doing no drunk yoga. I'm not getting drunk to go work out. I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry. I just think I need to tell him I'm staying away from that weight. I don't care what he said about that weight. I'm going to tell him that weight is not for me. and I'm not lifting that weight. And then I'm going to also find out how many pounds did he have, how much was that he had me lifting. Because, yeah, no, I can lift a refrigerator with a breeze. I can lift a freezer with breeze. But that weight, yeah, that ain't for me. And then the fact, I think it was the fact that he had me lifting it and keep bending while I was lifting it. Like pick it up, put it down, pick it up, pull it down, pick it up, put it down, pick it up. Like, yeah, that ain't for me. Kids be, you say, hey, it be hit, hiding. Wait, what they say? Hey, it be hitting and the results are amazing. His Facebook is incredible. Anything I share in the group or anything I share with y'all is not for y'all to share with any and everybody. I'm gonna let you know that now. It's privacy. Yeah, it's a privacy complaint. So yeah, he does all that, and he good at it. He actually give results. I've been, like I say, I've been rocking with him for years. Oh, but it was past tense because was like I said, people decided to put me up and get me out of my little comfort zone, and it was like they just wanted me to sit down and stuff like that. It actually made me stop. Because if I would have been working with him, like, I don't think I would have, if I would have still been working with him, I don't think I would have got big. Like, but it's like I said, I got chill. I stopped being out. I stopped making moves. I stopped running around. I stopped hanging out as much as I used to. I became the little girl and started sitting down and stuff like shit. I ain't got to jump no gates. I ain't got to run through the gangways and up the streets. And so it kind of changed me down and slowed me down too. And that's why it was easy. And then going out there on the road, like I wasn't going to starve myself. I was going to eat whatever I wanted to eat. So it basically, but then, like I said, I'm thinking about getting back out on the road. So that's what's making me hold strong. And say just go ahead and do it. But this time, since I did pay for my Ninja smoothie maker, like, I don't know what y'all was waiting on because we supposed to been on start the smoothie journey. I still been on my smoothies. I think people just be playing and just want to know what I'm doing. But I got my Ninja smoothie maker already. If I decide to go back out there, I just take my smoothie maker with me. And then some people say they take a crock pot. I ain't taking no goddamn crock pot because I'm not finna sit here. And then they said some of my male friends was like, the ones that's still out there and that I was riding with and working with, they was like, you know, some they's like, you be asking us why we do that because they catch Ubers or Lyfts wherever city they laid over in and they catch it to the gym on their downtown. I say, see, on my downtown, I be wanting to sleep. I be wanting to restore my energy. So what the hell is you talking about? And they was like, yeah, but you see, we be working out while we out there now. And I'm like, oh, well, find time to tell me because I wasn't working out and I probably still wouldn't have worked out if they did tell me. So it is what it is. I say, I'm not doing all that. I just say, just watch what you consume and watch what you eat. And then you could just get you some little fruits and your little veggies or your kale and stuff. Or you can buy it fresh, rinse it off, and put it in that damn smoothie making and just go on about your business. It is what it is. Or you can see if they got smoothie places out there because they probably do got them all up and down the road and just have smoothies delivered to you. Like, yeah, it's a lot of ways. I'm researching that because yeah, y'all got me so messed up. Like, I'm not. I can tell you what I ain't gonna do. I ain't gonna do no Pilates. I ain't gonna do no yoga, and I ain't taking no crock pot. But I will take my Ninja blendy maker, and smoothie maker, and I will get the stuff that I need to do it. Like that's it. That's all. And I will stay away from fast food if I go back out there. I will. I don't get tired of smoothies. And if I do get tired of smoothies, I can find something like a little simple or something to just give me like some fruit salads or something served to me. Or get some fruits and cut them up, like stuff like that. I could do that. I could tell you what I'm willing to do and what I ain't going to do. I ain't catching a neon Uber or Lyft. to go to no gym. I ain't doing no yoga, no Pilates. When I get down in my downtime, I want to sleep so I can make sure I'm fully energized. Like, I don't know what these people talking about. Yeah, so, Okay, but we go to class today. I hope you're ready. Matter of fact, I should have looked up was it today? Wait, hold on. Because my alarm didn't go off. I got my alarms to go. I set everything up on my schedule so my alarm can keep me notified. Now, you make me want to question it. So now I got to go make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I like that little pre-made bowls. I had a bowl the other day, but I really ain't been on the bowls like that, for real, for real. That's what I was saying in the live. I was like, my appetite, like, for real, my appetite, it done changed. Like, and that's why I say it's crazy, because now when I try to eat certain shit, it instantly don't pass the taste test. My mouth be like, if you don't spit that out, I'll make you throw up. For real, for real. It had got to the point where it only let me consume certain things. And I was like, I was already a picky eater. So I said, you know something, that's why I said I'm going to change it out. Instead of doing fruit salads and fruit bowls and stuff like that, it might be time for me to like eat a fully loaded baked potato or something like that. Or just get me some broccoli and stuff like that. I was eating the salmon, and then I slowed down on salmon, because I was like, ooh, I started thinking about all the ways I could eat the salmon, like stuffed salmon, shrimps and salmon, rice and salmon, broccoli, and all that other stuff. Like, I just started thinking about all the stuff to do with the salmon. And then I say, but if I start eating the salmon like that, I'm going to get tired of the salmon, because I get tired. That's why I don't do leftovers. I get tired of stuff. So I was like, so I got to sit here and really think about how I want to balance it out, because I don't want to get tired of stuff that I actually like. So I'm like, okay. Then I said, today I might just do bananas. I might just go get me some bananas and just eat bananas today. Or I don't know. But bananas sound good. I like bananas, so I ain't gonna get tired of it. Then I say when I get tired of the bananas, if I do bananas today, I probably do like the green apples, the Granny Smith apples. I do them, and then I go to some grapes and stuff. Just instead of fixing it up, I could just hold it down and switch it out to the stuff I do like. And then I say, shoot, I can do like a little pineapple bowl or something, give me some good little pineapples and stuff. I finally finished the detox pills. Ooh, baby, I finally finished them, y'all, and I am so proud of myself, and I'm glad that I ain't gotta see them pills no more time soon until months have passed. So shouts out to them for that. Yeah, I'm so proud of that. Like, baby, like, ooh, wee, them 7 days was hell. Them 7 days, but I completed it. So like I said, everything that I was supposed to do, I have been doing. I've been holding strong to it. I've been achieving and completing and stuff. I ain't been giving up on none. And I'm still thriving. So that's a good thing. Like, that's a plus. That's a win-win situation right there that can't be denied to play with and can't be snatched, because I actually completed my goal. So I'm proud. I'm absolutely proud. For the ones that's on the right tier, that live, with me and my niece is still up there for y'all to see. Y'all know certain stuff. Like I said, I am gonna give y'all commentary. I ain't gonna stall y'all out or make y'all wait, even though we got people in the house that's visiting. They ain't gonna overwear their welcome. They ain't. So it is what it is, because once they fall out, we get back to our content. The workout videos, I did put them on the board for y'all. So the ones who have access, you can go see them whenever you feel. We only going up from here. We're gonna keep on doing what we supposed to be doing. I'm not going astray. I'm complaining. Yes. Y'all gonna have to take the good with the bad. Y'all gonna have to allow me to complain and tell y'all how I feel about my experience and what I'm going through. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I'm just giving y'all a heads up. Uh Protect the home. What you mean protect the home? Protect the home from what? Let me take the last little dosage since you said something, because I remember I got one more dose left, and I'm gonna pop this too, but I might wait till I get off work. Uh-huh. I might wait till I get off work. 185. I'm glad you just said something, cause baby, I'm over it for real, for real. I am over it. But is there anything else that y'all would like to talk about? I just popped out this morning to get y'all live out the way. We probably don't go live again. Let y'all know and answer your question you put on my community wall. Cause yes, my arms are sore, my thighs are sore, my back is sore, my sides are sore, and all of it came from lifting and weight. Did I still get up and go to work today? Absolutely. I wasn't missing out on no money. But yeah, I'm sore. So I called, complained to my doctor, and he said he can get me in. So I go to the doctor tomorrow. So I'm gonna go complain to him, and I'm gonna tell him that he was right. I should have listened. I'm gonna tell him that. I'm gonna let you know. You said, oh, the page, protect the page, secure everything. What you mean, protect what page? Oh, cause yeah, no, I already know what he is. That's why I said I'm only we ain't doing that, because we know how these people give it up and get down. So we ain't playing with these weirdos like that. People got better things to do with their time, and he been growing strong for a while, and he don't need no distraction, no dumb stuff, no F stuff, no weirdos or people that ain't actually trying to destroy your black brand. Like, he's a black household name that he built up from scratch. And like I say, he's a good motivational person, because all his clients, even if you sit here and you need his help and you need him to work with you and fly to you, he actually will. Like I said, he do virtual classes. And if he feel like you need his encouragement for him to be in the same room with you and see you face to face, he'll do that as well. I support him, because a lot of people's like, well, you can come work with us. Why would I go work with you? And I already got somebody I work with. That's one thing I am gonna say. It's a lot of people that told me that they want to work with me. I don't want to work with you. I have my crew. I have my people that I work with. I have my people that I interact with. I have my people I rely on. And I know my people ain't gonna steer me wrong and do me no any type of way. So it is what it is. And then you people like, yeah, y'all just want to work with people to build your brand and your household name. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to work with you. Like, I got a nonchalant attitude about new people, and the fact that you want me to work with you, like, I don't even know you. Like, yeah, no. No, 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 no. I'm going to stick with him. I know him. I know what he do. He been around here for a while. He new to you, but he ain't new to me. Like, yeah, he new to you, but he ain't new to me. So we ain't playing like that. Well, I ain't. I don't know about the next person and how they feel about it, but I ain't playing like that, because there's a lot of people. I was talking to a man, and he like, I would love to work out with you. And then I was like, why you say that? And then he say, because that's what I do. And he was like, I would love to work out with you. And then I was like, oh, how sweet. And then I say, I already got an instructor. And I say, I ain't leaving that class and it's paid for. And I don't even think he do refunds. And he was like, well, it ain't gotta, it can be free as long as you let me use it as a promotion. Like, yeah, no. I'm not building your brand. Like, I do shit like that for friends. People that I feel like y'all sleeping on, and I get them a little something that I use my reaches to sit here and help out. But I ain't finna invest no energy in nobody. Like I told y'all, I think my energy is made for me and what I want to put my energy on. And quite frankly, my energy ain't finna be handed out to any and everybody else. So I'm sitting here doing me, and I'm gonna continue to do me. And the people that's trying to get access to me, I really want to deny it. And then, yeah, no. If that's the case, I got people around me that work out I can go work out with. Why would I want to work out with a complete stranger? I'm past on that. I'm so over it. I did like I told you, the way I'm finna fill my schedule up, because I said I'm finna fill my schedule so I ain't got time for nobody except the certain people I want to have time for. I'm dead serious about that, because like I said, I might run these workout classes and this physical therapy at the same goddamn time. I'm going to see what my doctor say tomorrow. And then if I'm going to have to, because I do be treating myself to the spa treatment I be getting, it's $700 a pop. But they massage your face all the way down to your feet and your body. They put you in a machine and all of that. Only one know what kind I get is blended healing in them, because I be sharing it with them. But yeah, it's $700 a pop, baby. But they massage every part of you and have you rejuvenated and relaxed and all that. And so that's what I said. Like, I might go ahead and see if I can get in there for that little full body massage and get in the little machine and get massaged down all the way to my feet and stuff. I might see if I can squeeze them in after my doctor appointment Saturday. Oh, that's what I was doing. I'm like, what was you? Oh, I was looking at the time. I'm at the next, the day of the class. Hold on. Let me tell you. I'm like, you was doing something, girl. What was you doing? I was must forget what I was doing. For real, okay. Yep. It's at 5. Y'all, it's at 5 o'clock today. I knew it. And then Saturday is at, wait. What time is my doctor appointment Saturday? Because Saturday, okay, so it's at 5, y'all. And then Saturday is at 8:15 a.m. That's crazy. I'm glad I looked, because that means I got to go all the way out there outside of the city to go to the class. And then I got to come all the way back in and go to the other side of the city to go to the doctor. Anywho, I'm going to get it there, get it done. They don't need to be complaining. Oh, you better holler at the bot. You better holler at that bot. What bot? You say cost a little nickel, but hey, if you got production, I'ma support this. This is crazy. Let's go, machine. What you talking about? What bot? You say better than AI. Yes, better holler at the bot. What bot is you talking? Oh, you talking about the machine? Dwelling, they still making juices and natural remedies shots, but you know they need support. Who? I don't go to no natural remedy. Boy, did y'all order the Dr. Sable book? Yes or no? That's what we're gonna talk about. Did y'all order the Dr. Sable book? Yes or no? I don't. Them home remedies and stuff. Like everybody should have some vinegar and some apple cider vinegar. But back in the days before they started this apple cider vinegar, people used to recommend that you drink the regular vinegar and stuff like that. And then they also said a glass of buttermilk used to help too. Like it makes me think of everything my great grandma used to say out her mouth and the stuff that she used to do and keep around. I'll try some of the stuff that she taught us before I try some of the stuff that these other people come up with. I ain't gonna even lie. Because the stuff they came up with, it always worked. For real, for real. It always worked. And then my detox level is over. So I'm glad about that. Like that's a plus. I'm so happy and proud of it that the detox is over with. So that's why I really ain't gotta do no detox smoothie. And then lately, the smoothie place been making me mad because they ain't been having the kind of smoothies I want. So I ain't even been tripping. Like at this point, I don't even care. I don't even care for real, for real. Because I just see it is what it is. Okay, so if y'all done and y'all ain't got nothing y'all want to discuss, I done did an hour and 25 minutes. Well, yeah. Shit, if a person really wants to, you can still have kids if you take care of your insides. Because that's why they say people going through menopause and stuff and all this other stuff. Some people still, surgery still work because it was a 70-year-old couple that had a baby and they didn't have the, what you call that, IVF and all that other stuff. They weren't no experimental drugs trying to get pregnant. They just did it. Like as long as you take care of your body and you still able to get fertile, like it be the ones that can't have kids that be saying at a certain age you can't still produce. Yes, you can, but why would you want to? Now that be the question. Like, is you gonna be old enough to tend to that child? Is you gonna be old enough to run up behind that child and stuff like that? That's what these people need to think about. Cause shit, different strokes for different folks. Everybody wound ain't broke. I'm just gonna keep it real. Everybody wound ain't broke. Yeah, everybody wound ain't broke. Some people wound still hitting for exactly what it's supposed to hit for. They can be fertile all the way up to their years in life. It'd be more of an option whether or not you decide to reproduce or not. Like let's be clear. Because if you really want to be honest, some of these people was having abortions because they enjoyed the part of having intercourse, but didn't want the parts of no responsibility in raising kids. And then you got to remember what them old folks used to say. You lay down with that old man, you going to wake up with worms. I think they said stuff like that to scare people. Like, yeah. That's what they used to tell the little fast girls so they wouldn't go up there chasing up behind them old perverted ass men. Like, that's all that was. Like, because they know the men was out there on the prowl and they know what them men was going to give and they knew what was going to happen and they was trying to sit here and prevent it. And they was just saying anything. Because baby, you know what I might do? I might let y'all listen to how my pawpaw, I might tell my pawpaw to come on here, or I might go talk to him and say, Pawpaw, you know how you told us what you used to tell us about giving head. Could you repeat that for the people? Because hey, look, the people that raised me said there was some disgusting stuff that you ain't supposed to do. And that's why I say for the people that's all they talk about now, that's how you feel. But the people before you that the head part and all upbringing, they didn't do shit like that. That wasn't natural. That wasn't cool. That wasn't something you do. They wasn't around here eating cuckoo or none of that. Won't not you say not with worms. Yeah, so I'm just saying. So while people trying to make it normalized, it's just the ones that's following suit because somebody else told them that's what to do. Cause we didn't play like that. We didn't raise like that. And my grandma and them to this day will still tell you stuff like that they didn't do. That was ungodly. Like they didn't care for it at all. They didn't preach that. And they used to tell people you stay away from stuff like that. Like I'm like, wait, what? That's just the same way. Like, don't make me get her started on a conversation about people putting blood in spaghettis and stuff like that. Like, yeah, she was like, that's why they say you don't ever eat at everybody's house. Like, if I get them cranked up, y'all will see why I say hell for the stuff I say. And don't let me get my uncle started. Like, girl, y'all will be like, oh, we see why she like that then. Because it's certain shit they'll tell you straight up. They didn't sugarcoat enough. You stay away from stuff like that, girl. That's just not right. That's not godly. Like, all type of stuff. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then you meet the ones that tell you, like, see, the older ones, the great grandmas, the granddaddies, and all that other stuff, they'll sit there and they'll tell you that everybody should experience marriage. They groom you and they tell you supposed to pursue marriage. You supposed to be happy with marriage. You supposed to do this. You supposed to do that. They tell you this. And then you got the great aunties and uncles that are experienced it and it fell through. My auntie, she real down there. She said, girl, after you've been married once and that man died. Cause see, we was also taught not to believe in divorce. Marriage is sacred. It's a vow. Not only did you vow to that man, but you vowed to God too, to hold that man to death do y'all part. Now, nowhere in there did it say that you have to be a fool and put up with the cheating and all that other stuff, the abuse, or none of that other stuff. But it lets you know what you put together before God and with God and you vow to uphold and stuff. No man on this earth or woman on this earth should be able to separate it or take it back. But then you got the ones, the great aunties that are experiencing some stuff. Now they come back and tell you, baby, we've been there, done that. So for the ones that you see getting married about 5 or 6 times and still ain't got it right, they be like, girl, once you experience once, I wouldn't even tell you to keep riding that pony. That's a one-trick pony, girl. You ain't got to keep getting up there and getting on there and stuff like that. They was like, whatever could make you content and make you happy, go live your life. And they was like, yeah, because they like the ones that keep getting married. No, they ain't marriage material. Like, they kept it real. They was, straight no chaser. They didn't sugarcoat out a goddamn thing. Like, why you gonna keep going down there trying that shit and it's the same outcome? Don't you know that ain't for you? Like, they just keep it real. And they was like, don't let nobody tell you how you should and shouldn't live now. You guys, because they were like, if they could go back in time, half of the stuff that they was allowing to go on and stuff, they said they wouldn't even consider or think about now. And you can't do nothing but respect stuff like that. Because for one, they keeping it real with you. They telling you the truth. They telling you what God loves, embracing you and telling you what's for everybody else ain't for you. Have your own mind. Think for yourself. You should know what you want to pursue and what you don't. And that's why I say I like it. I like it. They're like, just because somebody else say that they going to do that don't mean you got to go do that shit that you might not want to even look that way. And I get it. And that's why I tell people, no, I also have my own mind. I was brought up like that. What's for you might get on my goddamn nerves. What's for you might give me a headache. What's for you might make me lose it and snap out. Like, yeah, no, that's for you, baby. What's for you ain't for me. And I think more people should take that into consideration. That's why I say it's not a flex to say, Well, get you a husband, girl. A husband is not all it's cracked up to be. Do you know it is some marriages that work out? You got to be stable. You got to be mentally able, and you got to be. You can't be a selfish ass person. You got to be willing to consider that person as being your equal. Now, then you got some people that think that marriage consists of, because trust me, I done heard the men talk about it, that you supposed to, what they say, honor and obey. Like, the honor part, I guess, but the obey, am I a dog or something, nigga? Do I need to buy you a remote? Obey you about what? And then you, like I said, we had people that came down here and did what they was supposed to do. Like, they feel like as long as they provide for the home, you can't say shit to them about what they do in the streets. They came home and they didn't bring no disease, but they might bought a couple of kids or something like that. Like, are you stupid or you just dumb? But then you gotta actually get an understanding of what pushed them to the point. So we're gonna have to we gonna have to say, it's a double-edged sword. You gotta figure out what pushed them to that point, because at any time that you decide to give up your womanhood and not be fruitful, you can't have kids, and they want that experience, you gotta be accepting to them going out there, having that experience with somebody else and bringing it to you. And you gotta stand up as a woman and be willing to do what you gotta do as far as taking care of it. So that's some most stuff that people need to be taking into consideration that they really don't. So I'm just telling you what God love. Like, don't be out here running all these mucks and acting a fool, and then don't think to come up with you, and then don't go on in these marriage under false pretenses. You tell them you willing to give them everything they need, and then they won't, and then all of a sudden you don't flip the script and decide you ain't finna do half of that shit. You just lied and manipulated him to get the ring, and then you wonder why he finna make you bitter and angry because he gonna sit here and decline to do the stuff you thought he was gonna do. Like, that be the ones that get married under false pretenses, and then they be mad that they blow up in their face and they become a whole shit show, and now everybody laughing at them, and then he embarrassing you, cheating on you in public and shit. Like, why did you get married? Like, that should be the question. Like, was you doing it for yourself, or you was doing it just to say you did something? Like, that's some shit that, yeah, I don't want the bragging rights. If I wasn't in it to win it, I don't even want to entertain the thought of it. Mm-hmm. And I do feel it. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, that's why when people be sitting here laughing, you gave your all and you submit to every man you came across, and didn't even know the men that you was dealing with shouldn't have even been the type that you was submitting to, and then you wonder why you broken and you bitter and you angry. Because, baby, you was just out here doing anything and didn't really have a clue of what the hell you was supposed to be doing and how you was supposed to be going about it. Now you just lost. Go heal. Go heal. You want to be angry with the world. You want to be angry at every man, baby. Go find you somebody to do with your time. Once you experience a man, you know what a man consists of. You ain't going to sit here and entertain immature ass people because they age don't make them a man. Their mentality do. Once you know what that means, baby, you'll be good to go. Stop housing these people in your home that you got to sit here and raise, and they already raised. And then if you're trying to change them, baby, they ain't going to change for you. They change for what they really want. They want to use you and deprive you from being with other people that you want to go be with because they stupid. But guess what? You allowed them to do it, so you really ain't no victim. Now that's what people need to clock as T. You want to be a victim because you decided to stay and you knew he was wasting your time, or he didn't see it for you. You just wanted the sense of belonging and having somebody to wake up to, baby. That shit is old. Stop thinking with your twat. Stop thinking you need somebody to touch you on the inside and go ahead and rock the hell out. Mm. I'm going to send you something today, 85. I want to know. I don't got to send it because I already talked about it publicly. Because I was just about to say, I'm excited. Like, besides the pain, that's what made it all worth the shit. I am excited. I am. I really am. Have any of y'all... maybe I shouldn't give it no notoriety because Dimple's been over there running a goddamn muck on her goddamn channel. I don't even know why I'm still subscribed to Dimples. She got me blocked. He got me blocked. Let me stop calling that thing go she, knowing it's a he. So y'all still got this tobacco going on YouTube that y'all should be sucked into the illusion of the men that's now saying they women. You can call them whatever you want to call them, but I'm always gonna see them as a man. I don't care what surgeries they get. My eyes is not gonna allow me to be tricked or fooled by shit like this. If you was born a man, I don't care what surgery you got to do. Okay, so I think we should start a debate about this. Should men or women be obligated, hello, to tell their significant other or anybody that they're entertaining that they went and got a surgery to change their sex? Because some people said that it's a whole little thing going on that they said that they feel like if it's changed, why does it matter? And I said, because the way these men are set up these days, you sleep with a man and then later on him and his friends find out that you a man. How you think they're going to feel about it? And then I was like, I looked at it from all aspects. Like, should it really matter? But if you had the intentions of sleeping with a woman and you found out it was a man, it should matter. But then, don't you think you should have asked more questions or did your research to find out? That way you would have had a better understanding. You would have known. But if you did ask and that person lied about it, or if that person carried themselves as a woman or something like that, like I think other men it should be ways. But I seen y'all look. I seen somebody in drag clock it, and you actually couldn't tell because I didn't know until they told me that they was a man. I'm like, what? And I was like, oh wow. They said they had the surgery, so they are considering carrying themselves around as a woman. And I was just surprised. I'm like, oh. You didn't see the Adam apple. You didn't see the big feet. You didn't see none of that stuff that you would normally look for when it comes to identifying a man. So y'all better be careful. Then they said that's why men are starting to hate makeup, because these makeups are making people coming out looking like something else. And I'm like, this shit is getting out of hand. This shit is getting out of hand. But I asked the person. They didn't get offended by it. I say, so did you get a surgery or anything to alter your facial features or anything in that nature? And they said no. And then my next question was, what made you decide to change? And then they was like, they always in age growing up. Because I was like, I'll be trying to understand. It was like they was not violated. They came up in a house full of girls. And they said that they always knew that they related more to women. So it basically swayed them to want to become one. And I was like, so it is true when they say when you keep little boys under women all day long, it do have some type of influence over them. And then he was like, he like when he was in school and stuff, he didn't like playing with the boys. He thought the boys was too rough and stuff like that. And he didn't like none of that stuff. He said he liked this stuff like home economics and stuff like that, cooking and cleaning and all this stuff, going to get facials and getting the nails did and stuff like that. And he said he just liked it. And then he was like, he didn't like the clothes he had to wear. So as he got older and started paying for his own clothes, he said he started trying dresses and panties. And he said it felt comfortable to his skin. And he said he just liked it. And he said he decided before, he said, now one thing he didn't do, he said he didn't experiment with no boys or none coming up and all that other stuff. But he said one thing he decided to do when he changed up and changed his mind is to go ahead and pursue it. And he said once he had the operation and let his body heal and had the alterations and stuff did on his body, he said then that's when he started going up to men and dating him. And so I say, do you feel like you owe the man an explanation to tell them? And one thing I can respect is he said off top he let them know. And he said if they want to know the same way he said he answered all my questions, he said he'd be willing to talk to them about it. Like he always felt like he was supposed to be born a girl. It wasn't the influence of nobody else. So he said he always felt like he related more, and he wished he was born a girl. So once he said that, I couldn't do nothing but respect it. I guess some people really do know why we be questioning them. They really do know what they want to be in life. And I said, but at a young age, he said, well, I didn't pursue it till I got older. He said he waited. He spent it through going through everything, the puberty stage and everything. And he said he was attracted to him, but he didn't want to do it that way. He actually wanted to do it in his new form. And he pursued becoming a woman, and then he went about it. So then I was talking to him. They subscribe, so if you ever see them hit the link, you might know, because I might tell them, and they might talk to us about it openly. But if not, they ain't got to, because I told him I ain't gonna use you for content. But he said he don't mind talking about it. But I ain't gonna say shit. He don't mind talking about it. Well, he said he didn't want to sit here and play with nobody like that. And then when I was talking to him about the stuff on this app and showing him little stuff, he was like, wow. And he was like, that's why they feel like they can't be accepted in the world amongst us, because too many people play games like that. He said he never forced himself off on anybody. If you said you was heterosexual, he'll just gone about his business. He said he feel like that's disrespectful to play with people like that. He got integrity. He got morals. He actually is a polite human being. And he say that he don't care, even though he look like a girl and he feel like a girl now. He said one thing he would never do is fight with a girl. And he would let the girl know that he full strength and that he actually used to be a man. But he was like, he don't know if it ever came to the point of defending himself like a woman trying to attack him. He said he would get the woman up off of him, but he said he wouldn't do it with the intent of dogging a woman out. He'll just let the woman know, like, I do got my manly features as far as his strength level and stuff like that. But he say sometimes women don't care. They want to call them freaks of natures. And he was like, everybody shouldn't be put in the same category. And I agree with that. Because he was like, I ain't never did nothing to offend a woman. He said, I just like the way y'all move and like y'all. And he saying, I came up in a house full of women. And he said, I'm actually feel like it's still, even though I'm one of y'all now, he said, I actually feel like it's my place to protect y'all. And then I'm like, that's so sweet. Like, for real, that's so sweet. He was like, yeah, I just don't see. And he said he never been part of the gender war. He ain't never been too masculine. He don't see a woman as a threat. He say he came up, so he got the utmost respect for women. He said being in the house full of a whole bunch of women. He said even though he got the surgery, y'all, he said he glad he ain't gotta endure the experience of childbirth. He said he don't want to do this. He don't want to go through the cramps. He don't want to go through the menstrual periods. He don't want to go through none of that. He said y'all can keep all that, but he say I want to wear my dress, wear my heels and all that stuff. He say I want to put on my makeup and all that stuff. He's like, I like that part of it. But he say all that other stuff y'all go through, y'all can have that. I say, you crazy. And he like, I am so serious. He like, ooh, he was like, because he looked like he was grossed out by it, but he understand how nature operate from being in a house full of women. He like all the mood swings and stuff. He was like, it was unbearable, child. And he just had a look on his face, was like, girl. I'm like, that's crazy. He like, nah. He like, damn, 1 minute they cool, next minute they mad. Or he say they moods be changing up and all this stuff. And then he found out it was that time of the month. And then he say the different cravings and stuff that we go through as well will be a different a deal breaker for him. Like he kept it real. He kept it real good. He kept it real. I was like, that's crazy. But listen to how he explained it. I was tickled. I was tickled for real, for real. I was so goddamn tickled. And I was like, now you see how we feel it. He was like, men should be more understanding to that. Cause he was like, I'm glad that I don't have to go through the body changes y'all go through. And then he's like, the sensitive nipples and stuff. Like I was like, oh wow. I was like, yeah, that's a sensitive part on a woman body. I was like, especially during childbirth, especially during a menstrual, especially when the weather change, they get too cold and all that other stuff. I'm like, they rubbing up against the bra because it's too tight or something. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, no, we keep all that. And I was laughing. And I was like, well, at least you keep it real. He's like, baby, them women in that house that he came up in was something else. And I was like, it sounded like you needed to run. Like, for real, it sounded like he needed somebody to come rescue him. And I was like, that's crazy. So I did ask. He said, he didn't have that relationship or that bond with no male figures. Of course, he had uncles and stuff like that, but he said that by him being the only boy, his sisters and them pampered him. His mama pampered him. They'd tell them, don't be mean to him, don't be telling him to get out or get away from them and stuff like that. So it was actually, he came from a place of love. They actually did actually interact with him. And then he was like, it was so awkward when they was asking him, you got any girls that you like? We got to meet them and stuff like that. And he was saying no. And they was like, why? So then he was like, his mama asked him one day, do you like men? And he was like, no. And then she was like, well, that's good. She was like, what you want to do? He said, I'm focusing on my education right now. And he said the boy, as he grew, he decided that he wanted to step into manhood. And I was like, a manhood? And he said, yeah. He said, I wanted to be established. And then he said, I want to actually get in tune with my feelings and my emotions. And he said then when he was like, when he finished school, that's when he decided that he wanted to go ahead and get the surgery. And then I was like, well, how did you reveal it? Because that was my next question. He said he went off to school. Once he finished school, he came back. The surgery was done. He waited, gave himself enough time to heal. And he had got himself all dialed up by glamour shop and stuff like that. And he went in there and he said, here I am. He was like, it was mixed emotions. I was like, okay. He like, they cried and was like, who are you? And he told him it was him. And he said his mama was stunned and just she cried a little bit, but he was like, it wasn't tears of hatred or madness or nothing like that. She was like, she knew it was something. He said her response was she knew it was something and she just didn't know what it was. Because when he said he wasn't interested in women and he wasn't interested in men either, she was like, okay, so what's going on? And he was like, he was just focused right now. And then she was like, he could have told her and they would have been there. They would have supported his decision. So she welcomed him in and all that other stuff. And he said she just cried. And she was like, I knew it was something. I just didn't know what it was. And she was like, I was hoping you weren't sick enough, but every time I seen you was healthy. And he said that it wasn't a battle as far as him fighting it, which way he was going to go. He said he was determined, but he said he wanted to be established. And I said, ain't no wrong with that. Like you wanted to make sure you were sure before you made the decision and pursued it. So I get it. I get it. And I was like, well, welcome to the club. I think more women should embrace him. I think they should. I think they should. But I told him that don't get around these women and then they start embracing you and loving on you and then you fall in love with one of them. And then he said, well, being a girl, and he called it a gal. He said, being a gal, he's like, I'm still going to tell whoever. Cause he's like, I can see that, but he was like, he wasn't thinking about it. And I said, I think he gonna be one of them. I think he gonna be around women and they gonna accept him in because of his energy and everything that he gives out. And then I say, you might have turned around and got this surgery for nothing because you might not even end up with a man. You might end up with a woman. Cause I say, you just lovable. You make people, now I ain't gonna love him, but do I got love for him as a person and an individual? Yes, I actually like what he gives. So. But I think he can lure the right woman into that trap. I will hope by him being a gentle touch that a man don't just sit here and take him down through there. I just hope, and I hope he don't meet no weirdos that knew because he upfront about it, tell them he's a man and they attack him. I hope don't none of that happen. Because we got people. Oh y'all, baby. These dating sites is getting out of hands. Y'all better fall back because I was watching some lives while I was sitting here at work waiting on Ken Roman to get through with his goddamn live. I was sitting here watching some, and these dating sites is vicious. This Mexican man met up with this black T girl, TS. She called herself TS. Um, she was a T girl, a trans. So on the site it listed that this person is a T girl. He got his manhood and all this other stuff. A Mexican decided to link up with him, have sex with him, and all that other good stuff. And after it, the Mexican decided to attack him. Now, when they went through the stuff, because luckily the person had cameras, when they went through the stuff and found the person's phone, because it was smashed up and broke, but once they connected, they was able to pull information out of it and see all the sites and stuff, the data and stuff that was listed and stuff, and found out who was the last person, because they was actually operating as a prostitute on the app, and they made sure that they let everybody know up front that they was actually dealing with a man in a dress. And the person was like, that was cool. You know, they had the back door sex. And then next thing you know, the person decided before he got ready to leave, after the third time they done linked up, the person decided that they didn't want nobody else to know that they secret, because they was posing on the app as a man that was single but very much had a wife and had kids and all this other stuff. And they found that out during the investigation, looking at his profile, finding out who the profile belonged to, because on the app he had a fake name and stuff like that. But they tracked him down after doing the investigation and found out this man was married, had kids and some more stuff, and played like he was living a happy life and all this stuff. But then he said that they were single. He was single now, so he was trying to put himself back out there in the world of the dating. And the man turned around and unalived him. And then his excuse for doing what he was doing is that he didn't know that the person was a trans. He was trying to be his case, saying that the person fooled him and he had went into emotional distress, and that's why he attacked him brutally and did what he did. But evidence showed and the camera showed that you was actually in that person's house pleasing them, and you went back 3 times. And then they said this was why trans people shouldn't allow themselves to be used and shouldn't be allowed nobody to treat them as a secret, because a person that does that, they gonna try to hide all the evidence behind it. And I was like, well, if he was gonna take that man out after having that man 3 times, why he just didn't delete the profile and make it disappear, and they would have been able to track it down. But then that makes me wonder, how many people did this Mexican man do it to? And I'm not just saying this because it's Mexicans, because it's black people that treat like that too. They'll creep with you, they'll use you, and if they find out you're a talkative person, they'll make you disappear as well. So I be watching them type of shows and stuff like that, and breakdowns and stuff, and it's crazy how much they doing, and that's why I shared what was going on up here. Be careful, and that's why I say it makes you scared to get out here in the dating world, because with what's going on, the man sat here and linked up with a girl. Then after they linked up, he put a knife to her throat. And had her driving him around, stabbing her and all. And luckily, he was distracted long enough for her to get away. But then after doing research, it was a lot of other women that you attacked and you did this stuff too. Like, he was just going around playing like he looking for love, but he was looking for women to prey on, because every woman that gave him the time of day and stuff, he was attacking them, stabbing them, holding them hostage, and doing stuff to them. And that's why I say, when the red flags are there, or somebody come off violent, or they start making comments about that they want to unalive you, or they want to hurt you, or they want to do something to you, y'all need to stop overlooking stuff like that and take that serious. And that's why I tell you, every woman should know how to be bad with a knife. Like, if you can't keep your knife, your box cutter, or your mace and your brass knuckles and stuff on you, you should, because brass knuckles is now illegal. They been illegal, but people still got them because the corner store still sell them. You got to be mindful and you got to be careful, because people are out here playing like that. So I just want to let y'all know, keep a gun that can keep distance. Don't let nobody in your private space. If you do, like they said, stop meeting people in secluded areas. Even if you going to link up or something, meet them in a 5-star hotel where you know they got security, they got front desks, they got cameras, they willing to call the police. If people linking up with you with masks on and stuff like that, okay, you can look at them as a health freak, but still question their motives. Like, is you going to take this mask off because they might be trying to hide their identity or their face? So make sure you always make that person expose themselves or keep them talking long enough and tell them to take the mask off and stuff. Because, baby, these people coming up with all type of different stuff. And that's why I'm watching that, because I was like, son, for the Who Dares to Entertain Room Shaker, y'all are luring me out and making me have to meet people and talk to people in person and all this other stuff. But like I say, I'm not stupid. I'm far from it. So yeah, if I do, trust me, I'm telling some niggas though, I say for the show, we gonna let the bros weigh in and get their input about what they think about these people. Do they think they got what it takes? Do they think they gonna make the cut and all that other stuff? So it is what it is. Hey, First Lady, good morning. How are you? I still got my necklace and my earrings, girl. They ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. And I love it too. I done got to the point where I make sure that I have it on every day. I never go nowhere without it. Now the earrings I don't too much care for because I don't wear earrings, but I put them in every once in a while. Then when I get tired of them, I take them right back out. My niece seen it yesterday. She like, "Oh, auntie, I like that." I said, "Thank you." One of my subscribers gave it to me. And she like it. And I'm like, yeah. It's the moon. It's the moon with the tree of life on there. I do like it. So yeah, I'm just giving y'all a heads up. So be careful because baby, these people out here doing all type of weird stuff. And you were like, where did this come from? Why is they like this? Like, I don't know. People at this point just exposing to us that they shouldn't be trusted. They out here doing any and everything that they can just to sit here and distract or tear people up or do anything. And I say it's crazy out here in the world today. A lot of more women are saying they scared. Um, they scared to date because of stuff like this. And I was like, and this is why they say, because, some of them old people used to tell you, you're not supposed to go out here looking for nothing. You supposed to just sit back and allow it to happen. But sometimes when you sit back and allow shit to happen, the wrong shit still can find you. So we ain't going to say it's just because you put yourself out there as available. It could be any reason why these people, they might have had it in their mind that they was like this all along and nobody never knew. So that this is why it ended up this way. So we ain't gonna sit here and say because you put yourself out there or let people know you was available, that's what happened. All I'm gonna say is proceed with cautious. Be mindful and be very much aware that anything can happen. And it is some people that's out here that's very thrown off. So that's it, that's all. Like, I don't know. I don't think you should be scared to live your life. I just think you should proceed with caution and protect yourself at all costs. Keep you some good little old bear mace or some real mace. Because bear mace, see, regular mace hurt, but bear mace hurt too. Because most people done got to the point where they probably done been little perverts or freaks and they done been sprayed with mace for so long that some people eat that mace and it don't bother them. Like, yeah, if you got sensitive skin, it's gonna burn. If you got if it get in your eyes, it's gonna burn if you breathing in. I'm blessed and grateful. Thanks. How are you? I'm glad you enjoyed your gift. You so welcome. It represents your personality, the crescent moon. You're fun, buddy, and no nonsense person. Absolutely, absolutely. I appreciate that. Thank you. For y'all can leave me alone. For 85 Auntie Fee and everybody else, y'all can leave me alone. I did talk to Madam. I did. And we good. We good. I think it was a miscommunication on our behalf because she thought that the issue between me and Coolin was me just playing because the last conversation we had, I said, girl, I'm not stunting Coolin. So she was like, she thought I was playing when I said, no, I don't see it with Coolin. I said, no. Cooling really, truthfully, honestly, respectfully, does not get under my skin. She does not bother me. It's just that I'm not finna play with somebody that's fairly want to crash out behind the internet. Like, yeah, no, bitch, you're weird. And I'm gonna also stand on that. I don't want to go back and forth with Cooling. It ain't that serious. I don't give a damn about Cooling. Like, yeah, no. But Cooling ain't gonna force herself off on me either. So, like I said, no, I did document it. I did call the police. But have I went to swear out a warrant on her? No. Like, bitch, no, I'm not impressed. I'm not scared of you. Like, yeah, no, I already told you who I am as a person, and I'm not gonna play with you. So I was like, no, but is she worth me sitting here jagging up? I say, madam, no, I'm actually focused. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm actually focused on everything I told y'all I was gonna do. I actually been doing it. So I don't want to play with people that's weird trying to make themselves known for the internet. I think it's dumb behavior. So I was like, I didn't go down there and press. I just pressed charges. I didn't go swear no warrants. I didn't go do none of that. I said I met up with some of my I met up with the detective and I talked to him, and then he was like, "Well, we can swear out a warrant." I said, I ain't to that stage that I give a damn enough to swear out a warrant for her. I was like, but I did make sure that I put it in a system. I was like, and I left it there. I said, I've been actually focused on other things to where I didn't prioritize that at the top of my list. Cause I say she really ain't a threat for me. The fact that she threatening me, I don't give a damn about none of that. Cause I told her, pop out and show me. I don't believe you. And just know that I'm not gonna sit here and let nobody do nothing to me harmful or hurtful. Like, yeah, no, I'm sorry to tell you, but that ain't the way that's gonna go. But and she was like, I thought it was just because I was like, and you weird when you say that that's your sister and that's your brother. I say, stop trying to put me in a family bond with them, because my family don't play with me like that. I was like, it's certain games and certain things we was taught to stand on, and you knowing me, you gonna handle me with tender love and care. Ain't gonna handle me at all. I don't give a damn who you is. That's the way I came up, and that's as y'all see for the ones that was in that live yesterday with my niece. Certain things you couldn't care. Like when they told her daddy died, she said her daddy only gave her $100 since she been on this earth. So when they was talking about go to a funeral, she said hell no. He dead for what? Like, I don't mess with him, and that she dead serious. So that's why I say, no, we weren't taught to sit here, whether you blood or not. It's a limitation to how far we gonna allow you to go, because we was taught to beg you to hell up or put you in your place, or if we couldn't respect you as the authority figure or the status you supposed to have, we didn't deal with you. We cut you off and gone on about our business. But we also was adamant when I say we gonna stand on business and principle. Like, yeah, it's a limitation to how far you gonna take it. And that's why I say anybody that's cool with me, they know this. Anybody that's cool with us, they know this. Like, we don't care. It's certain things you cannot do. And that's why I say, because as y'all can see, like, my niece Pooh was not a grandma's baby. Not a great grandma baby. So when they sit here and say stuff towards grandma, like I said, the respect line falls among, like she said, as long as they ain't playing with mama. And I was like, yeah, they didn't see, if you came for somebody that had status in a family and had the ultimate up respect, yeah, you gonna watch us stand up. But when you sit here and violate other people that we really didn't want around, like, this is the most, when my niece was interacting with me, we was around my mama. Grandma was not the optional choice. The ones that didn't like responsibility and didn't like discipline and didn't like being rules and guidelines and regulations, they ran over there because she about a love. She didn't give you no consequences, no repercussion. She just felt like she was supposed to pay you to interact with her or be around. And like I say, I was raised in the household up under my mom and my dad, and all money ain't good money. You can't lure me in by dangling money in my face. That don't excite me, because I can get off my ass and get my own money and get to the money and stuff. So when it comes to if we had to ever choose which house we was gonna be at and where we was gonna reside and hang, and it was gonna be my mama. So if they come to my mama house instead of going over there with her mama to my grandma house, then yeah, she gonna be up under me and my mom and my daddy and my brothers and them. So yeah, when I say that, I did rub off on my niece a lot of ways. You see, she talk just like me. Like that's understanding. So like I tell them, y'all be divine people. Because when you say that you want them to come over here because they complain to you, and you tell them, well, come do it. My mama have respect for her mama, so of course she gonna honor her mama wishes. So okay, if you want them your grandkids, you ain't gonna violate them, let nothing happen to them. They can come on over there. So then y'all over there. Now that you're going through what you're going through, them same ones that you wanted access to and you spent time with, and you divided us coming up together, so we all standing on different sides. But yeah, we know who each other is because family unions and birthday parties and stuff like that. And when they got called to come home for a dinner because it was time to go to the doctor stuff, they had to come. Like it wasn't no miscommunication there. Now, you my mama, if you want them to come stay with you, they can stay with you. But when it's stuff that I know that they got to do as me being their parents, they going to get their ass here. So it was an understanding. So that's why I say you just don't know what you did. Because that's what I say. My sister, that's why y'all couldn't tell me, like, what? You ain't got my brothers can come talk to me, and my older sisters up the food chain can come talk to me, and I can help understanding because we came up in the house together. But the ones on the outside, you ain't chastising me and you say the wrong shit, I might tell you we can take it to the street. Like, I don't give a who you talking to. Like, no, you my sister saying Mom and Daddy, but you gonna watch how you try to handle me. You gonna watch what you say to me. Like, yeah, you ain't an authority figure in my life. Do I know who you is? Absolutely. And that's why I say I don't get mad, and I do, and that's why I say, see, people like, well, your niece, because somebody text me, and they deleted the account after they did it on Instagram. Like, you let your niece cuss in front of you and talk to you like that. I told them, if you know how we was brought up now, we wasn't allowed to cuss. We wasn't allowed to cuss people out and all that other stuff. Like, but we was allowed to speak freely. Because that's the way they told us to. They said no matter what's going on, no matter who it is, when I say we was raised to have no fear in our blood, and no matter who you is, we didn't give a damn about seeing you. And that's why I say, if you understand where I came from, and you would have got a whiff of my mom and dad and my great grandmas and my pawpaws and them, and my granddaddy was stern, I tell you that all the time. Like, you will understand that they told us, and they'll make us run it back in their face. If you did anything to any one of us, they'll put us in your face and tell us to tell them, and we wouldn't feel no pressure coming off you. So for the kids that came up and you was like, they're used to tactic like, I kill your mama and your daddy. Like, if you was to tell me some stuff like that, and I go tell my mom and my dad, my mom and my dad, and make me sit there in your face with them standing there and run back every word you said to me, trying to use it as a threat, and then they'll sit there and show you what's going to come from that. They made sure it wasn't nothing you could do to intimidate us, put no fear in us. They didn't give a damn about none of that. We supposed to always be able to stand up in the pain and run our truth. So that's why I say it depends on how you raise your kids. My daughter, like, y'all done heard sympathies of Cachet going off and see how she is with her mouth. That is my child to the fullest. Like, oh, baby. It's nothing you can do to put fear in her. It's nothing you could do to intimidate her. She wouldn't be scared of you. Like, that's what I say, that willpower, it was stored and passed down generation to generation to generation, that you could not stop us from invoking our voice and telling you where the hell to get off at. You can say whatever you want to say. When we were sitting out there and I was on live and my cousin said, I just got to fighting with your daughter. And I say, what? And then my sister came out there and was like, yeah. He said something to her. She told him to stop talking to her. He said something else, and Cachet swung on him today. What holiday was that? I think it was grandma's birthday or something. We was at the barbecue. And me and my niece and her friend, and she like how she told her she had hit her. And she said, one thing, TT, I can say she got hard because she said, I told her to do it. And she said she actually swung on me. She said, one thing I can say, she gonna pop off first. And she was like, yeah, she said we had to actually fight. I'm like, girl. And she like, TT, she remind me of you so much. And I say, one thing I can say is, I ain't worried about you doing nothing to her because you get to play with her too much. I'm coming behind her like that's still my child. But I know she gonna stand in the paint because I raised her like that. And then her friend was like, yeah. She said, she told me she'll slap the shit out of me if she did it. But then I told her, slow your roll. Because my sister said, she said, I'll slap you. And I said, you will slap who? And I said, Cache, baby, I'm going to tell you now. That's your auntie. You hit my sister, baby. I'm gonna have to see you, baby. Because one thing I was taught that my sister that's 1 year older than me, she's not a fighter. She ain't gonna fight that. Grandma just done fucked her. A girl, she's a crybaby. That's the one that I be making go to the doctor because her blood pressure dropped low. She don't like needles. She don't like grandma just done pacified her till she throw the brand off. For real. And that's why I say last of the damn breed. Cause girl, I don't know where the hell you came from. You piss her off, she'll just start crying. I'm like, the hell? So when it come to her, like, we still came out the same house, so we was raised off that rule. Like, we came from the same people. Look, you touch one of us, you're going to have to rumble with all of us. You're going to have to take the next in line because she ain't going to fight. So, yeah, we're going to have to run. I'm going to have to come out here and fight for her ass. So my other siblings going to have to get out here. But because we know she ain't going to fight. And then I told my grandma one day, I said, you just messed her off. And grandma said, you leave my baby alone. I say, she is not a baby. She 1 year older than me. Where the baby come in at? And I was like, you got to argue with this girl about going to the doctor. I said, if she would have came up in the house with us anytime something went wrong, you got an itch, you got a burn, you sat here and you fall, you hurt yourself. We was taught the doctor was our friend. We get up and we go. We weren't sitting here trying to self-medicate and all that stuff. We were going to the doctor for any and everything. And I say, she's sitting here talking about her blood pressure low. And it's just low. She's saying she got a headache. She's saying she ain't been in and out the hospital. She's saying she don't want to go back. She's saying she want to sit here. So you really telling me you okay when my sister sitting up in your house going through all this and you just want somebody to keep you company? I say, see, my mama would have told her, either you can get up, go take your bath, go put on some clothes, and I'm finna take your ass to the doctor. She didn't give a damn whether you was scared of needles or not. You was going. But grandma sitting here letting us sit. I'm like, girl, you know people die from stuff like that. Then she whining to me. That's why I started cussing her out. You know something? I'm not here to baby you. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. If you don't get your ass up, or you gonna get off my line and stop harassing me. If you scared to be in the goddamn doctor, I'll sit on the phone, because I went up there the first day and I was cold. No, this hospital is too goddamn cold for me to just sit up here. I need to pull out a jogging suit, some long johns, some socks, and everything else to be up in here with you. So the first day you got me, because I wanted you to stay there. But after that, what I say? Baby, we're going to see if we can work this out over phone. You can call me as many times needed. It ain't going to interfere. That's why I got more than one. It ain't going to interfere with no other transactions or anything. I got moves I got to be making and stuff. You can sit on my phone all day long. If I tell you to hold on, that's because I'm conducting something. I'm at work. But I got you. I'm going to sit here and make you sit there as long as you comfortable. And that's what I do. And that's why I say, I might argue with her, I might fight with her, but I don't even want to fight her. So I just like, if she play, I try to walk off. Like, I get to the point where I feel like you get your respect. I just won't deal with you. But you still my sister. But I'm like, yeah, but in me sitting back, letting somebody else sit here and say they're going, you stupid, are you dumb? You gonna do what to who? Not my sister. And that's why me and my niece Pooh was talking about it. I was like, girl, I'm sitting here. I get a notification from Facebook. My sister made a post about my niece. And then next thing I know, I'm getting all type of notification pop off. So I'm going to be nosy, watching her thread and stuff. And the girl gonna say, who you talking about? You better not be talking about my sister. And I'm like, Who is this? Like, bitch, you better not be talking to my sister. Like, and then I'm like, you know something? Nope, get off the post. Like I told my niece, I said, I get up off the post because I like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do this on Facebook. That's entrapment. I know police watch Facebook. I'ma stay in the cut. I'ma pull the people on YouTube move. Shouts out to them. I'ma sit up in the clouds. And then I'm like, no, I'm finna call up on who is this on your post asking you who you talking to? Cause I'm getting agitated and aggravated. Like, girl, don't do that. Don't do that, because I'm instantly the firecracker that's going to pop it back, and I do pull up. So what we doing? So then I'm like, okay. So I'm like, Niecey Pooh, I hear my niece. She's like, that's my daughter friend. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I want to see how long she going to be on your post before I weigh in. Do she know you got sisters and brothers? Do she know we got friends? Do she know where you stand from and who you is? Like, I want to see how far she finna go on this post. Then she say, then she start popping. The little girl start popping it, baby. Don't get mad because your daughter getting high and drunk and can't hold it. Like, you should be checking your daughter other friends instead of speaking on my sister. So I'm like, Niecey Pooh. I say, Niecey Pooh, who is this bitch? I say, I'm going to need you to get in the vicinity. Do you know where these people at? She said, yeah. I say, I'm going to need you to pull up. And I say, I want you to send me the location before you get in route. And so I can see how far it is from me, because me and my people going to pull up behind you. And Niecey Pooh said, TT, I did pull up. She said it yesterday. She's like, they didn't want that. The energy was all off. I'm like, yeah, because I was like, do the bitch know who the fuck we is? Like, yeah, bitch, get off her post. You can play on our post, but don't play on her post, because she ain't gonna fight, so you gonna rattle the dogs and make us come out the yard, because we always gonna step behind one of ours. Like, yeah, no. We might don't see eye to eye. We might argue. I might cuss her out because she get on my goddamn nerves being a crybaby, but you ain't gonna pick on her. Like, bitch, yeah, nah, because she got sisters and brothers, bitch. And we got friends, and she got kids that don't give a damn about getting ignorant with a bitch like you. And then I was like, you know, so, because then they start popping on the post. All the friends start winning. It was like, do we got to put up? And then they like, is you okay? Because she in the hospital at that. Like, you playing on the post of a bitch in the hospital about when I get out the hospital, I'm going to have to come see what's up with my child, because I ain't heard from her, and she getting drunk and high. This ain't the life she supposed to live and all like that. I like, see... I saw, you know, I pulled one of my mama moves. I said, Cache, baby, I'm glad you ain't a little flunky out here getting high and drunk and I can't reach you on the phone bill I pay for, because, bitch, I pull up on you. And I say, I want any one of your friends, me to get out the car and me addressing you, and any one of your friends to start popping their shit or get on a post while I'm tagging your name in. And they got so much to say. And Cache say, Mom, they already know not to play with you like that. And then she like, because I tell all my friends, my mama crazy, don't do her. And I was like, girl, because I say, girl, I would have a field day with your friends. They think I be telling them that y'all ain't her friends. I don't know y'all in real life, and I don't like the way y'all was raised. I was like, girl. And she's like, that's why I don't bring them around you. I said, I already know. But I was like, girl, Shay, I told my niecey Pooh, I said, niece, your friend better watch her goddamn mouth. She said, I told her. Did you see what she said when she came up on my life? She said, I told all them people, don't say nothing to my sister crazy. I was like, girl, your friends need to stay off people's Facebook page. Why if they your friends, why they even friends with your mama? I say, Cache friends don't have to send me no friends requests. I got that little feature on Facebook turned off. My page is private. Like, yeah, your friends know they can't sit here and say, I'm going to be friends with your mama. Look, girl, you not even in my age group. You want to be my friend for what? Girl, if she was to go on a road trip, you wouldn't be one of the kids I say could get in the vehicle and get expensive paid to go with her. Like, yeah, y'all are not my cup of tea. Like, if you notice, you probably don't even know my nickname, or you still around here calling me Miss Dana Wilson. Like, yeah, no, we didn't play like that. No, you're her friend. You're not mine, though. I said, when they said, did you go to your sister baby dad at a funeral? Like, what? Go to his front for what? Don't he got babies with your sister? Like, what they got to do with me? Why would I have to entertain some shit like that? See, I keep telling you, I'm the type of bitches that I don't entertain the thought of in-laws. Like, yeah, no. Because y'all get to overstepping y'all boundaries. Y'all get to trying to be nosy. Y'all feel like y'all can tell me what I can and can't do. So, yeah, I really don't want to entwine with the thought of you. Like, I might come to a gathering, but if anything, I'm going to talk to him or people I think sensible, and I'm gonna try to avoid everything you dishing out, because yeah, no, I'm not entertaining that. And then if I get to the point where I feel like y'all weird, I'm gonna, when he say, where you going, you want to go, I'm like, where you going? He said, I'm going to my people's house. No, you go ahead on. I'm gonna sit right here. I'm good. I'll find me something else to do. Go ahead and have some fun. Call me if you need me type shit. Like, yeah, no, I'm not coming to sit with you. Like, I don't even like you, and I try to be nice about it. Like, yeah, then I probably won't tell him if I like him and I you his family and I got respect for him. I'm like, nah. You know, baby, I do enjoy our time together, but I think our time gonna run out if you sit here and take me around them people I don't like, because if they get the jab and I'm running off at their mouth, I'm gonna cuss them the hell out. So to leave you and your family at peace, I think you should mingle with them separately. I think you should go on your good little own, and I need to find something else I can do. If I want to be irritated, aggravated, and agitated, I can go visit some people that I don't like, that I gotta deal with because they on my bloodline. Why the hell would I want to come sit with them people and I know I'm gonna cuss them out, and then they gonna be getting on your nerves? Was like, hey, this is what you deal with? Absolutely, bitch. Like, yeah, this is what he deal with, and we don't have them type of problems. It's just I don't like your ass. Get the hell from around me. Like, yeah, no. So I don't want to do that. You got your friends, I got mine. His and hers. For real, for real. Don't do. Oh wow, it was a post. I don't give a damn. Like, girl, don't these kids disrespectful. Oh, they disrespectful. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read y'all the post. Hold on. Let me go to Facebook. Get my iPad out. Let me get my. Oh, I seen a mom come in here. Who is that? Hey, Blender Healing. Hold on. Let me get my iPad out. I'm finna go here and let y'all know what the post was. I'm finna tell y'all what the post was. For real, for real. Okay, I'm going to it now. Ooh, okay. Let me see. Where is it? Back down memory lane. Hold on, y'all. Let's go. Hold on. I could have stopped being lazy and just typed it in, but I'm gonna do it like this. Can I do it like this, baby? Blender Healing, why 185 came in here saying happy birthday to you? I told him he a day late and $1 short. Your birthday was on the 4th, because your birthday is the same day as my brother's and my sister's. And he was like, oh, yeah, hold on. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, you say, and you got to stay on that time limit. It's in out for a quick exit. I don't do it laws. Then gatherers, let's go. I'm trying to tell you. What's the purpose of it? For real, for real. For real, for real. Hold on. I wanted to cause now that I'm looking for y'all, I don't see it, so I wonder did she take it down? That's what I'm looking at. I wonder did she take it down? No. Mm-hmm. know why they always asking people to allow them to have a, have y'all been watching that these other apps ask y'all to let people um, have access to your contacts? Like, why you need access to our contacts? Why should our contacts be any of that? Okay, y'all. Okay, it's a. Okay, she said, Shay, I've been calling you since Thursday and you haven't been answering. I don't know what you're doing or who you're with, but this isn't that. So when I'm released from the hospital, I'm coming to find you and you're taking yourself to rehab by choice or force. Baby girl, we all go through things, some more than others, but till you pass out. Wait, but it's how you choose to handle it determines the outcome. Drinking till you pass out or smoking blunts until you can't even open your eyes is a road to self-destruction, and it won't be allowed or tolerated on my watch. These people you hanging with can't possibly be your friends because real friends want to see each other become successful in life, not throwing your life away by doing the things they do. A real friend is going to encourage you, speak life into you, be there for you, for your thoughts, thick and thin, know all your secrets and won't tell a soul. I have tried to let you figure this thing called life out on your own, but now I think it's time I redirect you. I love you to pieces and will do anything to protect you from the cruel world and the fake friends. That's all she posted. That's all she posted, y'all. And it went from there. That's all she posted. And it went from there. And I was like, wow, that didn't have nothing to do with you. And then this little ignorant girl get on here. Dang, I should have waited before I left the post so I could have read all the little girl comments. Because that's all she posted on there. And the little girl jumped on there talking about, you better not be talking about my sister. First of all, she put her daughter's name up there. So what you mean? Because she said friends. That qualifies for anybody that consider them to be a friend of hers, anybody that be in the midst, anybody that she getting caught up with, anybody that's doing dumb shit. That could qualify for a lot of things because it wasn't a specific name attached. So you must be a guilty party for you to jump in your feelings and actually think you need to jump on the post and start clapping back. And then I was like, wow, who is this little girl? Who she think she talking to? And that's what made all of us stand up and made her daughter get involved. Because, girl, you talking about your sister. You talking to somebody mama. Like, it was addressed to her daughter. She passed her daughter in there. Like, some of y'all parents don't give enough cares in the world to pursue y'all or watch y'all crash out and they just let y'all go on about y'all business. But bitch, the way we was taught it, we gotta stand in the street 10 toes down and be some sense into ours, bitch. Like you say you grown though, but you ain't grown because I still have touched your ass. Who the hell you talking to? No, this ain't how I raised you, and I feel like your teaching started at home, so now I'm finna realign your steps. And like I say, if I can't nobody ever say nothing to me about mine, you can't override the house. That's the way I was raised. You ain't overriding the house. If I decide that man out here doing some foul shit, or I see here and see a nigga out here beating on her, I'm pulling up and I'm gonna punch her dead in her face. Like, this what you going for? This what you, since when was this okay? Have you ever seen a nigga put his hands on your mama? Like, I'm pulling up. If mine get caught stealing out of the store, I'm pulling up. I'ma show out. She thinks she too big for that ass whip. Oh, well, bitch, you must finna fight me then. Like, you absolutely right. So, well, like I say, the background we came from, we riding with ours till the wheel fall off. And if I find out you doing the wrong shit, one thing you don't want them to say, I'm finna call your mama, because when I pull up, I ain't got no understanding. If you know I didn't raise you to do it and you know you shouldn't be doing it, I will see you. When I used to do stuff and people knew they done trigger me and they couldn't stop me from interacting and responding, you know the first thing they tried to do was call my mom. And then I told people, you're going to get enough calling my mom. You'll get enough calling my daddy. My daddy died first. So everybody knew, okay, her daddy gone, so we got to get to her mama. And that's why I say I don't give you access to Paw Paw. You can't call Paw Paw. You ain't gonna know about Paw Paw. That man up there close damn near knockers at 90, and you think I'm finna let you get on his nerves telling him about me? Cause I know that's a nigga that can calm me. Like, you gonna let that go, and then I'm gonna have to let it go. So yeah, no, I don't give you access to the people I hold dear. You call grandma. Grandma ain't gonna give that. She say she ain't gonna listen to me. That's gonna be her exact words. Baby, I don't know what you calling trying to worm me for. That girl is not gonna listen to me. And she gonna say, you gonna have to find out how you can get in touch with her pawpaw. I can't give you her number. But she was like, you better not call him either, because she gonna get pissed off. I surely in the hell, ma'am, don't aggravate him. Don't agitate him. He at the age, and that's why I say I watch how I move and what I do, because when people get a certain age, if you care of them, you protect them. Ain't nothing I'm doing should come back and make that man have to worry about me. Yeah, ain't nothing I'm doing should have to come back and put that man in distress, make him have to worry about me or none of that. So, no, that's why I say you protect your loved ones. That shit ain't supposed to come to their homes. People constantly ringing on their phones, getting on their nerves, telling them what you out there doing. If you got to go cry to somebody, leave people the hell alone. But yeah, that's why I say no. If Cache was out here on drugs, like I told y'all the stage when she said she wanted to try weed, and I said as long as your grades don't drop, if that's what you want to pursue, you can pursue it. Don't buy weed from everybody. Like, yeah, I told y'all all that. But hey, she still graduated early, so shouts out to her for that. Like, I'm proud of every accomplishment. Like, yeah. But if she get out here doing the wrong shit and I feel like she was under the influence of somebody else, yes, I'm coming. No, I didn't raise you like that. You don't have to walk through life alone. You don't have to be a part of this lifestyle. You don't have to do none of this stuff. So why are you out here enduring it? Could you explain that to me? And I would sit down and I would actually humble myself to hear this conversation. Now, if she got a nonchalant attitude and she just doing it because it was something to do, then yeah, I'll probably get in a little uproar and just get the cussing out like, is you stupid? But no, I do, like I say, I sheltered her from these type of things so she didn't have to endure it or be involved around it. And now I want her to have more experience. So I am being a little lenient. But like I said, when it came down to her telling me she wanted to go to the Mardi Gras with some friends, girl, you ain't got no friends. Not knowing that I approve of, yeah. Like the ones I do, yeah, they good. They can come to the cookouts, the barbecues. They can even come through and spend the night if they want to. But these new people that you just met and that you in nursing school and stuff, you don't know them. Them is not your friends, baby. And she say, Mom, we be hanging out in school. I don't give a damn. Cache, when they birthday? She don't know none of their birthdays. Girl, where they came up at? She don't know none of that shit. Like, and you want to go out of town? Them? No, 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 girl. If you go, I'm going to. And I mean that. And I was so adamant. I'm going. Like, girl, I'm gonna have to revamp my whole little schedule so I can follow it behind you. Cause yeah, we ain't doing it. We ain't. Not at all. I want you to live. But she's like, you don't let me do nothing. I do let you do stuff. I let you go out. I don't go out with you. I let you do a lot of stuff. Now you 18. Why can't I? But yeah, all that other shit I ain't with. Okay, y'all, I'm back. We finna get ready to go. We gotta go on here and warm the car. This person that replaced that last person that always was showing up late and shit, y'all, she fine. She be early and shit. I say, ooh, baby, you remind me of myself showing up early on the job so I can go on here and get settled in and get finished early. Like, I like go-getters like that. I'd rather you be late than you sitting here trying to procrastinate and say you want to wait a couple of more minutes and stuff. I love for you to be early. Cause it get me on out the way. And then the fact that you came early, shit, if you want to, you can go ahead and sit down somewhere because I did everything I had to do. And I also pre-prep for the shift behind me. So you come in, only thing you really got to do is paperwork. And you good. So, I like that. So, we can go on here and warm up and get ready to get out and get ready for the day. I probably get ready for the class a little bit later because I ain't got to be there to 5. I'm going to express that I'm in pain from lifting them weights. I don't think it was the other workouts. I think it was just the weight part. I don't think I'm ready to lift no weights. I'm ready for the dumbbells. And then I might take my own dumbbells with me because I got them. Everything we use in the class I bought from home. But he supply all that, but I'm just going to take my own with me so I can bring them home. So that's that on that. My sister doing good since she been out the hospital. So I call and check on her. My niecey Pooh said she got some stuff she want to do. I might run her around. I might not. I don't know how I feel yet about that. So I have to check in and see. Other than that, we doing good. We in good standings. Hopefully I don't be in too much pain. Shouts out to Wanna. Cause I do got a back thing, brace and stuff. If I wasn't new, cause I know a lot of other people in the class wear them, but I didn't have no intentions on putting on lifting no weight, so I ain't never bought one. But it might motivate me to go ahead and buy me one today. So that might be what I'm finna get around and doing. I got one. I need to just go get it and put it on. But I ain't never had to wear one, but it'll be good. Then I need to go find, where do y'all get them gloves from that got the fingers cut out for when you doing stuff like that? Where y'all find them at? Because that's what I might do, need to go get some of. So when I'm lifting the weights, the dumbbells, because I don't plan on lifting no weight. I'm telling him I don't think that weight lifting is for me. And we're going to just go ahead about that because I don't think that's for me, y'all. I ain't going to lie. Lift dogs going to holler. Hit dogs going to holler, absolutely. But anywho, my day is going peaceful. It's raining in Chicago. It's 43 degrees outside. I'm going to wait till Monday, or if it, I don't know. Let me see what Saturday going to hit for. Because if Saturday hit for it, I'm finished with them detox pills. Shouts out to that. I did everything else. For the ones that said they want to take the spin class, do y'all want me to post the spin class videos for y'all so y'all can practice doing it at home? Because it's a no for me, but if y'all want to do it, I will support him and put his spin classes on here so y'all can take them. If y'all gonna do what y'all supposed to do, or y'all really want to be a part of that, I will put it out here. Baby, it's going down. Fatima found the man that blew up Andy car. She called Madam. Madam and her boys finna make an appearance On the I wish until they get all the queen men's back up and running, while the men trying to find networks to take it to, while they working on getting all the queen men's back up and running, we can go watch. Hello, can you hear me now? We can keep up with Tyler Perry sisters, because baby, Fatima finna make a Fatima finna come out on there. Well, she already on there. She's starring it. But Madam, she called Madam, and she found the man that actually was paid $4K to blow up Andy car. And she was like, damn, I could have lost my life over $4K. How much did it, because it was a black man, how much did that white man pay you to do it? So the doctor was the one that said, send Andy a message. So we gonna get to see all that. So Beauty in Black is approaching. So are y'all ready for Beauty in Black? Not good. Oh, I'm gonna post this. Ooh. So how y'all feel about we don't blog about the stars, but 50 Cent trying to do a documentary surviving T.I. and Tiny. And T.I. said he finna do a documentary surviving 50 Cent. I say y'all finna run them up. Oh wow. Y'all, this is crazy. This man said, they said he's a liability at this point, LOL. He said, Journey to Polly. He said, hi, y'all. I just wanted to introduce myself and share a photo I took. Mr. Wells here. Chicago is home. Single dad of 12. Empathy but mobile. Small business owner. I like to travel. Open to men and women. Now, how the hell is you going to be open to men and women? And if y'all see what this man look like, should I post it? Like, should I post this? Y'all is really running amok when it comes to Jay Wilson in that ring, because I just got a notification. We finna get into some of this stuff. Okay, Queen Latifah and Tajma. has partnered with Lifetime to exclusive produce new original movie through their production company, Favorite Units Entertainment. Let's see. Partners with Lifetime. We gonna have to see this Angel. I might watch that. You know, Queen Latifah have been doing her thing. So hell, let's go. We gonna put some stuff up. Um, y'all ready to go? Y'all ain't talking. Is the chat froze? Let me see. Let me upgrade the chat. Oh no, yeah, somebody ain't going to like that, but that is true. I know that. Ooh, I need to go get hold on y'all, I'm fixing it. Cause it showed that y'all been typing. Girl, I bet boy, hit dogs going to holler. Yeah, we need to go ahead and post this. Six Flags has announced an agreement to sell 7 of its parks, saying this plans more investment for the park remaining under its ownership. How might this affect Six Flags Great American North Suburban Gurney? Oh, wow. You know something, after the first Six Flags closed, I said they probably finna take down all Six Flags. Cause Six Flags, everybody is changing up the way they do business since they finding out they getting taxed and stuff like that. A lot of these places closed down, but I don't even care about no amusement park no more. Cause the way I've been seeing a lot of these posters about amusement parks coming off the ground, rides derailing and people dying and stuff like that. Amusement parks ain't what it used to be. And I remember when the drop first came out at Six Flags Great America, and I was glad I got on there. But when you was coming down, the pressure, the wind, and all that from that drop ride, baby, all that stuff going up, so you ain't nothing coming down. And then it take you all the way up and just drops you. And I'm so glad I got on that ride when I first hit the park. Because, baby, after we got off there, it was a ride. It was the people that got on that drop ride. And that drop went up. And it wouldn't come down. Just imagine sitting that high up in the sky and your feet just hanging and you sitting in the seat and you got the bar across your stomach to hold you steady and stuff like that. And you can get strapped in. But imagine that stuff coming down. And it didn't come down, and they were stuck up there until the park closed, because whenever we went there, we always stayed till the park closed. So the fact that people was experiencing something like that, that was something to be careful of. So yeah, Six Flags, and then they been to Kitty Land, all them amusement parks, and then the carnival ain't even safe no more, because the carnival ride had it where a ride was coming up off the ground, and the people had seen it, and their kids was on it, so they rushed over there to sit on it to stop it from happening. So that's some more stuff you got to pay attention to. Absolutely. But we can get ready to get up out of here, so y'all go be nosy on the board. We can hit dogs going to holler. Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. Because the chat look like it's froze anyway. We letting the car warm up. So